Remix. We back at it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. Come on, God made rivers, God made lakes. God made me, so you gotta pay my rate. God got holy Bible pockets on me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake, just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you fake your face. Pull up in the church in the rave. You know I'm going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You know,
hey, yo.
like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't want smoke with any. With any. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God.
I need bass, attention on me, call me bae. Money bass, it took my soul, you buy me bae. Greed and sway, lowly humble, which one lasts? The demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let grace, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it, they gotta take care of. Hey, few.
Yo, what's poppin'? How we doing? How we doing? Welcome in. Good morning. Let's run it. Let go. All right. How y'all doing? Let's get it.
I can't do subliminals. What you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my result.
Okay.
It's too formidable. Them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like elliptical. This is typical. Keep it minimal. Teach you how to boy. I'm out here giving clinicals.
All right, we good. We good. Okay, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see y'all. Happy, I don't even know. Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Let's get it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. What's poppin', everyone? What's pop? Oh, snap. Oh, whoa.
A2000 OCOEE.
All right, give me one sec. Give me one sec.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. We'll save that for later. We'll save that piece.
I need love. I need everything.
All right, maybe just a second. All right, we save this for later. We save it for later.
I need
Everything that's coming
from above.
All right. My dogs. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you guys. Let's get the party started. My apologies. I am running a smidge bit behind this morning. Just a smidge. But good to see y'all. W's in the chat. Clubhouse going crazy. What's goody? All right. What up, Donald? What up, AJ? Mr. Lopez in the house. What up, Michael? What up, Lucas? What up? J Perp in the building. What up, Jamil? J Perp, man. That nickname back in the day, man. We would already know everything we needed to know, man. J Perp. Nate G in the house. What up, Nate G? What up, Supreme? What up, Albert? How you guys feeling? Mr. Phil is in the house. What up, Q? It's Plan G in the building. It's Plan G. All right. What's up, Elk? What is good? Welcome in. What up, Yanosh? Good morning, Kelvin. Yo, PM Magnifico in the house. What's good? DT Gamer in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Z Gamer in the house. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Z Gamer? Three ants in the building, or as Alea would like to say, the spider. Yeah, she calls your Your Zoom image, you're the spider. Oh my God. Clubhouse going crazy. 743 messages behind. What up, Juan? What up, OGH? Elijah's in the house. J Coops here. Wokie's in the building. Arrow Sassy, I see in there. J4 Trades. Allison's in the building. All the heavy hitters are here. Bulkin Trades. What up, Bulkin Trades? C Melly in the house. What up, C Melly? Hey, is this not impressive or not? Bands counted up. You guys trying to read these names. Bands counted up. JR, what up, what up, what up, what up? Ben G in the building. What up, Ben G? All right, all right. What's poppin'? Awareness. Daniel in the building. Damn, Daniel, I see you. I see you. Come on, read them off with me. Read them off with me. George T in the house. Jay Deezy. All right, a bunch of heavy hitters. Yogi is in the building. What's up, Cameron? Back to YouTube. What up, Cameron? What up, G Kim? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? All right, let's do this. Let's do this, man. Yeah, let's have a good day here. Let me just get myself organized over on this side, and we will begin the day. Sun is shining. Sun is shining. Cool. I think I'm good to go. What up, everyone in the clubhouse? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What up, Clay Tech, Allison, Patrick, JP in the house. Hero of the day. That's a sharp looking crew right there, man. Damn. That's a hedge fund looking crew right there. 8-figure trader looking crew right there. Damn. All right. Oh, that just completed. There he is. DJ Scratchers. All right. Well, welcome in, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. Today is Tuesday. It is the 10th day of June. And, yeah, it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient and disciplined and just, you know, make good decisions here, right? Good decisions that our future self will thank us for. And, you know, you always want to live with the words trade for tomorrow. So let's see if we can make some good decisions here today. And I'm sure we'll have some great conversation, and we'll talk about the charts here, see if we can get an opportunity to present itself. And if we do, then hopefully we can walk away with a W here today. So that's the plan. Let me just lower the music. Let's go ahead and pray, and then we'll get rocking and rolling here. All right, cool. Yes, music. All right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and pray, gang. So, Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this opportunity, Lord. We're just grateful. We ask for nothing today. We're just thankful for all that you've given us, Lord. I personally just thank you for every single moment of my life, Lord, whether it be ups or downs. It doesn't even matter. Just grateful for it all, Lord. It was all up. It's all up, Lord, and we know that. For those that believe in you, all things are possible. So, Lord, I just pray for the people that are in and out this stream today, that even if they feel like they're down, Lord, show them how up they truly are, Lord. Show them the bread in their basket. Give them things to be grateful for, Lord, and send them on their way to accomplish and fulfill your promise over their life, Lord. I pray that you would just use me here on this stream today. Continue to speak through me, Lord, to enlighten hearts, enlighten minds, and help people go to the next level in their faith and in their journey here. So we thank you for your presence, Lord, and we just give you the glory here. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, amen, amen. God is good. God is good. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We don't really have much news going on today, so we're pretty straight. There's nothing much to talk about here. So I think we could jump right into the charts. I think the only thing we should touch on, for those that don't or are unaware of it, is tomorrow's news, right? So I know we're chilling here on June 10th, but June 11th, tomorrow, which is Wednesday, we've got some big news, like big news enough where it kind of, you know, affects the day before it and the day after it a little bit. So just keep this stuff in mind here. You know, red folder, CPI coming out tomorrow, 8:30. Don't try and be Superman here today or Superwoman. Just take good A+ trades and manage them well, and let's get out of here with a W. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts here. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me, sub to the channel. We're creeping, man. We're creeping on 50K, and I'm trying to get there, man. I'm trying to get there. I've got a goal. I've got a goal. All right, y'all ready for a breakdown? Let me just shut this door and we'll get started. Okay, let's do it. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Clubhouse, appreciate you guys liking the stream. Got the bag in London, just back to double it. Oh, snap. This guy's rapping now. Oh, snap. I didn't say it. He did it. He said it. All right, cool. Let's do this. So let's talk about gold here. This is the daily time frame. This is very important things going on right now, right? So we see on Friday, right, our candle, this strong bearish candle that moved down. It moved down, but it closed without no lower wick on it, right? And it also closed with no lower wick right at previous levels of support, right? Because if I draw this zone over, you're going to see that it lines up basically right on the nose, right? So you got support here, you got new fresh support here, you also have some support here, right? So it's no surprise now that the following candle, which was yesterday's candle, ended up closing bullish, right? We talked about yesterday we talked about this candle here closing bullish, being at this support level, and that's exactly what happened. So now we have today's candle, right? So today's candle opened up, create a lower wick, beautiful lower wick, by the way, came up, breaks the highs, and now we are sitting pretty bullish. So I am bullish on the daily time frame here on gold. Very, very bullish on gold overall here. So let's take a look at the 4 hour and see what we got cooking here. So we did take advantage of this 4 hour candle in the London session, and now you have this current 4 hour candle sitting right at resistance, right? So anything could happen here. We have an hour and 34 minutes left on this 4 hour candle, but I think the obvious is that there's a resistance sitting right there, right? It's pretty obvious. I think if we kind of track that back, we can kind of see some more levels of resistance here as well. So yeah, it would be awesome to see that 4 hour candle close above there is what I'm trying to say here. So you know, you got 4 hour resistance here. I am very bullish though. I'm bullish on the daily, I'm bullish on the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here. 1 hour looks perfect, right? So you have a resistance here. This is exactly what we wanted to see. A break of the lows for NY open, a push down, tap into that support, activate all the sellers, and now if we can get a closure above here in about 34 minutes, then we have all this clean range for 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, and all that sweet volume time here. So pretty clean range up until 33.89 there. I think this is going to be a 30-minute resistance. Yes, it is. So yeah, I mean, our game is pretty simple here today. Like 1 hour closures, right? Bullish closures, or 30-minute bullish closures here all look spectacular to keep moving up. I don't think we really need to you know, draw a lot of attention and mark this off as a resistance. We're in this uptrend. I think if you get a pretty good support here in about 3 minutes, then it's game time. Yeah, so if you don't like the onion, basically the support that's formed, then what you can do is you can just wait and sit on the closure above. So if you get a closure above, then that's, you know, you can do that as well if you want to stay out of this range. There is a lot of volume coming in here, so yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to, you know, just removing that and, you know, taking that buy off support here. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we got 3 minutes here. 3 minutes. Yeah, we took buys here in London. Where were they? They were, I think, right here. No, what am I doing? Right here. Yeah, a little inverted celery. So took this position right here, waited for the pack runner to get grabbed. This candle broke the highs, and pretty much I closed like literally like right there. So I got like the perfect exit on that. Yeah, it was about like 32 pips. Excuse me. All right, so we'll see what happens here. 1 hour looks clean. 30 minutes, everything looks clean. Everything. What up, Pablo? How we doing? Sparrow in the house. What up, C Melly? How we feeling? Aaron in the building. That's good, Aaron. Goldie's volatile today. Yeet. Yeah, what's poppin'? How you guys doing? How you doing? We had the Viking, Mr. Magnus, back in the London session last night. That was poppin'. That was popping. Thank you guys for all the prayers and the well wishes. The kid is back. The kid is back. What up, Chris? Chris throwing W's in the chat. What's up, my man? This 15-minute just bounced off of our London entry. Yeah. Oh yeah, down. Yeah. That would have hit break even for you guys, right? TK in the house. What up, TK? How are you, brother? Pay the rent. Yeah, drop a like on the stream here. If you just came in, if you're just settling in, drop a like here today. Is it me or am I just like screaming? Am I screaming? Hey everyone, drop a like here today. I think my headset was just like up at like 80. I was trying to talk over the music, but I don't think the music's that loud. Okay, good. I'm not screaming, you're screaming. All right, we got support here, so let's go ahead and see if we can get a lower wick and then potentially execute a buy position here off of this lovely onion play. Yeah, looking good. I did take a trade today. I did. I took this position in London sesh. London. Yeah, this move right here. Oh, wrong one. This one right here. So yeah, basically you had the price had moved up and came down, closed without a lower wick. The next candle closed bullish, but this was the 1 hour candle, right? So the 1 hour candle opened up, never created a wick on the bottom. So what I did was I waited for a wick to go down, grab the pack. As that pack was grabbed, this candle closed up very weak bearish, set the entry on the break of the high, literally snagged 30 pips, closed right there, and then price just rejected there. But we did end up continuing up. But we rejected there for quite a bit and then started pushing back up. So it was basically a celery play. All right, so yeah, let's see. I don't know if we'll be able to get a better lower wick than that, but probably going to need that because this is going to be our stop loss here. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir. Magnus doing well. Mm-hmm. Da. 4 hour resistance, better to wait. Yeah. You got 4 hour resistance here. I mean, I like this volume in, but I want to see a little bit of a lower wick than that. But yeah, you are right. 4 hour just chilling here, but we can really do some damage and continue pushing up over the next hour and a half for sure. If you like this stop loss, yeah, do your thing here. I don't like it that much, so I don't even care. I'll wait for the 1 hour closure here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, something like that. Break even? All right, yeah, if you break even already. All right, man, let's go. Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, though. When there's no lower wick, you go break even so fast, and you don't really, it's just like, I don't know. It's a trade that's, like, just too anxious in it, I guess. Then it hits your BE, then it flies bullish. Yeah, it's crazy. TK, how we feeling, brother? How we feeling? 1 hour looks great. 1 hour looks really good. Like, if this candle can close strong bullish, I mean, we are gone. Yeah, this could be a goner here, though. Got 2 trades today. Oh, very nice, Ruben. Very nice. Amazing. Yeah, I got 1 trade in here today. I'm up about 1,300 bucks. So we'll see if we can get another one in. Sales incoming? What makes you say that? Boom, 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 boom. Gonna be waiting on the 1 hour? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if I don't get this lower wick, I'll be waiting on the 1 hour too. No doubt about it. Boom, 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 boom. Up 900 euros. W. Something light. Took buys here. What up, Usman? Took buys here before. Got smoked. Oh, then took sells and just got smoked. Hey, yo. Yeah, man. Just chill out for a minute. Chill out. Maybe let the 1 hour candle close. If the 15-minute close above, yes, definitely, definitely. You could buy here too. It's just you don't have a bottom wick yet, so you're probably going to come down and make that bottom wick. So if you have like previous candle stops, then I don't think it's a bad idea. You know what I mean? Because you can just, I mean, we're clean, right? So even if we did muck around here for a few, right? Just, you know, eventually I feel like we're going to keep pumping. W trade in the morning, yeah. London session was a vibe, man. Man, you got we got built different in London today. Yeah, because right when we literally right when we started the session, you had this breakout, but we had just started. Like we weren't even live yet. We were just getting the stream on. People were just jumping onto the link. You know, a few people took it, but you know, I didn't even notice it or whatever. So, yeah, we missed that whole... I mean, we didn't miss it, but, you know, that whole move just pushed without us. And it wasn't until up here that we got our buys off. But we still made money. You know what I mean? We still made more money in that, like, 15 minutes that it used to take me to 2 weeks. 2 weeks to make $1,300 at you know, my older job or whatever. So, you know, patience, you know, just because you don't get this move, that's okay, right? Just like it's like missing the bus, you know what I mean? Just hang tight, right? Stay in the pocket. Don't succumb to FOMO and bad emotions. You know, I had FOMO, not gonna lie. I was low-key tight, but I didn't have enough FOMO to act on it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's okay to have that FOMO. It's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to be frustrated, but it's not okay to make a bad decision because you're frustrated or have FOMO or whatever the case is, right? Regardless, you know, you got FOMO or not, you still got to sit there and wait for the next best trade to show up before executing any positions, right? So, you know, it was, I liked that move, man. I wanted that move right there, but you know, it is what it is, right? And I had to wait for that next best move, and yeah, we still got paid. You know, that was enough to get the job done. I probably would have made $1,300 on this move anyway. I made $1,300 on that move, right? So it doesn't really matter what move it is to me, as long as it's a good quality position. I'll be there for it. Do we do London on YouTube? No, London is done in the Clubhouse. Yeah, the Clubhouse, we do Asian, London, pre-New York, and New York sesh. We also do weekly webinars on Saturday, and there's a full technical price action course in the Clubhouse. What's the plan? There is no plan here. I'm not in this trade, so there is no plan for me here. I think if I was in the trade, though, my plan would just simply be wherever this lower wick was, I would have had my stop loss there. I would have had partial TP sitting probably, you know, right around here somewhere, which is about 30 pips, and then, you know, full TP somewhere up here. Yeah, probably like 76. So I think we could still get towards 76 with a closure above. I think we can get even higher today, right? But yeah, that'd probably be my game plan here with that resistance sitting to the left. Maybe try and aim for that wick fill, like 33.63. It's like a 35 pip move, close partials there, move your stops to break even, and then just let it run. Yeah, if you're using current candle stop here, you should have roughly about a 24 pip stop. So I think this would be 35 pips. So you're at 1R sitting right there, and then, you know, let it continue running. I really like this right here. I like that for NY Open. Come down, you activate all those sellers, but now price just kind of, there's no volume here, right? It's 8:30. There should be a lot of volume in. So if it's not in right now, that means it's on the way. It's on the way. London was beautiful as always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. China and USA seem to find agreements on tariffs. Yep. Been anticipating this move for about an hour. If it goes, it goes. I love that, bro. I love that. Sound like an 8-figure trader. That's this. That's this. What's the first letter here? Ego versus EQ? Is that what it says? Ego versus EQ? And there's our bottom wick. And there it is. Powerful 1 hour rejection and all that. Right here. Yeah, this resistance here is gonna play a big role here. 1 hour closures above there are going to be great. If you don't close above there, then yeah, you could probably stutter around here for a little bit. But I mean, all time frames as of right now point up, right? Daily, 4 hour. I mean, again, that closure above will be amazing. 1 hour if we close bullish, right? 30-minute, all looks pretty good. I think now we can keep ourselves pretty safe here and mark this off as a new range on the 30-minute time frame. Probably even mark it off something like that. Yeah, that would probably be the range there. So yeah, I think we could protect ourselves here now, and we have new range. This would probably be considered a no trade range for the most part, right, in here. And then anything above there is all clean, right? So anything above there is all clean range to move up. Anything below there is all clean range to move down. So that's kind of the territory I'm looking at today. And I'll try my best to stay out of that, excuse me, that red zone there, unless like it's money, like really there. Other than that, I'll probably just stay out of that zone and let price kind of break out here for us. You're up 900 million. Let's go, TK. He's out for a walk. Okay. I like what I'm hearing, TK. I like what I'm hearing. Next thing you know, TK is going to be out there with the weighted vest, with the 10-mile jog, with the David Goggins playing on the background of his reel. Took by. Yeah, I think we already. Why am I reading the same comments over? Oh, my bad. All right, let's take a look at the Nasdaq here as well. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis here, and let's see what we got cooking here. So daily time frame, still trying to move on up here. Still trying to move on up. We got a lot of clean range to the left for price to just continue on moving bullish here. So 4 hour, you got a big rejection here to the 4 hours. So we went into this observation zone, right in here, rejected not once but twice out of it, and now we're starting to break the 4-hour highs on this like somewhat of like an inverted 4-hour celery play, right? So we are moving bullish now. We are bullish on the daily. The 1 hour here closing without a top wick, so that could be a bit of an issue. Let's take a look at the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame, yeah, stuttering here a little bit. Yeah, see how we're running out of steam? Once that that candle closes out a top wick, we're starting to slow up a little bit. So what I do see is that we do have range that we came from, right? So the range in which we came from is sitting right below 21849 here. So we're really looking for retest, right? So we're looking to see how we do on this area, and then maybe even like a little breakout. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm drawing the candle like that, but something like that, right? Come 9:30, let this thing range for a little bit, and then we got all that clean range to the left. You got that candle with that needs a wick there too. So yeah, just I'm gonna hang tight on NQ as I always do, and see where we can go. You can even use price action to the left to get right a little bit here, and since you don't have anything to kind of go based off resistance here, you can mark that one off right there. All right, so that's kind of what I'll do sometimes when there's no levels over here. I'll go see, okay, what do we do to the left hand side, and if we have more than one attempt, that's going to build a case, and that's going to be even better. So I'm sure if we keep rolling back a little bit, we may see this range used quite a few times, right? So that's probably what I'll do. I'll hang tight. We still got a lot of range here for a move up. So yeah, see if we can get a closure there. I think 9:30 will be ideal to take positions anytime after 9:30 today. Nah, do you have to wear a jacket, TK? All right, 15, no closure above or anything like that, so we chilling. Why no enter through 30-minute made a bottom wick? Weren't you waiting for that? Yeah, but that's not how it really, that's not how it is. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you'll get that shot, but at this point, why not wait now, right? Why not wait? It's the last 15 minute of the hour candle. You know, the 15-minute close below the range. This one still doesn't have a bottom wick. Like, it don't really work like that. It's not like you come up and then you come down and then now it's all of a sudden like good to go once it flips bullish again. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just not really how it goes. So at this point, I'd rather wait for this closure to confirm that we are bullish here, right? That we can continue moving up. That means that hourly candle will close very strong as well, and then all of a sudden new lower wicks, and we can take our buy positions right there, versus trying to get it in here, and next thing you know, we're rejecting that area, and then we close weak doji, and then the next candle drives down and stops us out. Come on, we've all been there, right? We've all done that. So just waiting for strong confirmation. Learn that the hard way? Same. Hey Nick, how come for NQ we use resistance to the left, but gold we didn't? Because gold's in a bit of a trend right now, where NQ is starting to really consolidate a bit, right? It's not really trending. It's like a ranging market currently, so we're looking for breakouts in a way, right? It's all rangy here. But gold has been moving up here. So gold isn't really ranging. It's more so trending, right? So you kind of got like this trend that's moving up here very nicely now, right? So that's kind of the idea here. We're not in a consolidated choppy market right now with gold. Good question though. Good question. Boom, boom, boom. Red candles? It's with Zoom. It's not on like any of this stuff. I remember I had that question too for the longest. I'm like, how's this guy drawing candles? How's he drawing arrows? Where is that? Raja used the skinny ones though. He uses the skinnier ones. Raja uses this size arrows. You guys know Raja's arrows, right? They're smaller. I like the thin arrows. They're nice. They're nice. What do you guys like better? Does color of the candle matter in the celery? No. Or inverted celery? It does not. Nope, it doesn't. So a lot of times when you're gonna look for the inverted celery, it's gonna be on something like this, right? So let's say price just moves up here, and we're like, ah, shucks, you know, we really wanted that buy, but we're still gonna remain bullish, right? So let's say now like 9 a.m. comes in, so that's 9 from 9:15, and then let's just say 9:15 closes like this, right? And now you got 9:30 candle coming in. So you see how that candle's still bearish, but this is going to work perfect for buy positions if you break the highs at 9:30 with a bullish bias. So this red candle, it doesn't matter how it closed. So it can close looking like that, or it can close even looking like this, right? It doesn't really matter. As long as it closes in that way, where you have that long rejection to the downside, short top wick, small body on it, that's gonna work out. And same thing for the celery play. Same thing here. So if we got like a closure above and we were gonna go for a celery play, so let's say this is the original closure, right? Do something like this, and now this candle is gonna close, right? This celery play. So a lot of times we draw it out to look like that, right? And then we're gonna take entries on the break of that candle's high. By the way, this has about a 90% win rate, so I would really like pay attention to the celery play and where and when it is, right? So like once the candle breaks the high there, that's our entry. Once we kind of push through that wick, that's our break even point, right? And then we just typically let that go during high times of volume. But again, going back to the question, it doesn't matter about this candle. So this candle, the color of it doesn't matter as much of the location of it. So this could be bullish as well, right? And when I say the location of it, I mean as long as the candle is above this range here, or whatever range it left, then it's still in motion to go up, right? But you got to be careful with this, because if you don't have your ranges mapped out well, right, this right here is a lot different than this right here, right? Same exact looking type of pattern, but completely different. So that's what I mean about the location, right? The location of the closure is very important, that it's above this white line or above whatever range you're looking at and not below it, right? Because if you're below it, then there's clearly a sign of a fake out happening for price to potentially move down, right? So you want to be careful with there. That's why you always want to, you know, try and use the best ranges as possible with the knowledge that you have. What up, YOLO Trader? You're new here, tell you the strategy. The strategy is I would go over to my YouTube channel, go to the videos here, and check out this Playbook 2.0. It's 42 minutes, 43 minutes long, and it's too long for me to fully explain right here. But if you go to this video and put in the work and dedicate the time and grab a notebook, you will learn more in 43 minutes than you may have learned in your entire career. And I'm very confident in that. So yeah, this will explain most of my playbook here. Most of it. One pip Mark in the building. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I heard New York is finally getting some decently warm weather. You're welcome, Gen Z. You're welcome. Let me know how you like the video. Let me know how you like it. I truly believe I'm so serious about that. If you really kind of pay attention to this 45-minute video, you may like crack a paradigm shift in your trading. Such a good video. We'll have to do a newly updated one pretty soon because we have come up with 1 or 2 new ideas since then. So, you know, maybe we'll get it going at some point. I've been very dedicated more so to putting some education into the clubhouse. But, you know, I think that playbook 3.0 video may be ready to happen pretty soon. Big arrows for big candles. There you go. It's not the size of the arrow. Oh, nice. Heading there now. W. Solid. Maybe, yeah, after I viewed 2.0 playbook, my trading turned 180 degrees. Yeah. Give me some feedback. Anyone who's like, has anyone watched that video? Is there anything that stands out to you in that video? Is there any big takeaway? Like, what's like your biggest takeaway from watching that playbook video? Who wants to share? Who's learning? New here too. I did the playbook. Okay, perfect. Looking forward to my first trade. Nice. Awesome, man. Awesome. Welcome, Matt. Welcome in. I understand the playbook, but I struggle with is making the same support resistance. It takes time. Trust me. It all takes time. There's so many little doors that open in the doors that open doors in this world of trading. And a lot of times you can build your foundation through a course or through a program, but man, the day by day is where you literally string together your skill set and your knowledge and all that great stuff. So you got to take your time. You know what I mean? You can't just expect to boom right out the gate. I know we want it that way, but you know, that just don't fly in the universe. You know what I mean? There's laws to the game. Funded accounts, are they a good idea? Yeah, as long as you as the trader have strategically planned your approach and you understand that the odds are not in your favor, that the program is not in your favor, and that it's going to be up to you to stay extremely disciplined to your systematic approach, then I think it's good. You know, but just know the game, you know, really know the game. I think at this point we all understand the game. We all know that funding companies aren't just trying to fund us a whole bunch of money, right? They're going to make rules that are going to make it tough on us. They're going to make it hard. It's like a game, you know what I mean? Like have fun playing it, you know, have fun strategizing and, you know, trying to get to the next level, right? I mean, that's what the games are all about, is really just strategizing on one level to get to the next and strategizing on another level to get to the next. That's life, G. That's life. Yes, sir. Wow, amazing. Watch Playbook 2.0 every day before the stream. That's commitment. That's amazing. So simple, but important thing is to patiently wait. Yeah, that's the thing with the setup. By the way, that's like every system. You got to really wait. You know, you got to take it candle by candle. Let the candlesticks make the decisions for you, gang. Like, if you're trading this simple strategy, here's the deal. You've got questions. The candles have got answers. The candles are also timed, right? They have timers on them. So at the end of the timer, when the candle closes, that candle will give you an answer, right? So what is our question right now? Our question right now is, will the 1 hour, or let's just say, will the 30-minute candle close above the range so we could potentially participate in buys at 9 a.m.? That's our question. Now, our answer is yet to present itself. But if you look to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right, we see that there's a timer on this candle. So in 1 minute and 12 seconds, this candle right here will answer our question. And if it's above, then the answer is yes. If it's below, then the answer is no. Right? Let the market be your commanding officer, right? Let it dictate where you go. When it says go, you go. When it says stay, you stay. It looks like in 51 seconds, price trying to tell us to stay put right now, right? Don't take the buys yet. Don't take the sells yet. Just stay put, right? Let another candle open up and allow you to receive more information, right? More information is required if we don't have the answers that we need, right? It's just like anything in life. So if this candle closes bearish, our next question is, can we make a lower wick on this new 1 hour candle and then close above, right? And if we can do that, that's where we can step into the trade. But again, the candles, need to close in order for us to have those answers. The best thing of the playbook is how to align the higher time frames with the lower time frames. Yes, exactly. Love that. Love that. Major part of our strategy. Trying to master one position at a time. I like that. I've learned the breakout, the celery play. If I take only 1 or 2 trades a day, I'll build some wealth. That's true. I have confidence. I love that, man. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, my pleasure. It's my pleasure, Golden Dubs. It's an honor. It really is an honor. I think there's some struggles understanding regarding some candles, just like you mentioned earlier, some colors, candles. Yes, and that's why I say to you guys, like, there's nuances to this game. You know what I mean? Most traders here, they're not committed enough to ever get the true playbook. So what they're doing is they think that they're trading the playbook, but they only understand it from a face value, right? Like, it's almost like reading the title of the book without really understanding the pages within it. So the playbook is something just like that, where, you know, there's going to be a face value of it, right? There's going to be a very broad look of it, like breakout, this, that, but there's also nuances. And you know, in the course and on the day-to-day on these streams, we try and explain those nuances. We try and demonstrate getting in or getting out based off of those little nuances. So it's just about time. You know what I mean? If you show up here enough and you pay attention enough, like, you will begin to understand. And especially when you start executing and acting on your own, yeah, it's gonna be pretty simple. But you gotta understand, like, there's little nuances to the game, and sometimes that they're only learned through your own experience on making mistakes and stuff like that. But that's why we run this live stream, so you guys can send charts in and get your questions answered, so that way you don't have to struggle for like years. Course is the best for new traders who are just, yeah, course is amazing. Let me show you guys the course here, because this course is so broken down in the most simplest form. It can't get any more simpler than that. How to read candles. There's like 16 videos in here about understanding the playbook, proper entries, pack runner liquidity, valid supports and resistances, the playbook simplified, how to do a top-down analysis, the importance of clean ranges, importance of volume, how to take advantage of volume using the 15-minute versus the 30-minute, you know, trend trading, counter trend trading, all of it, man. How to build a session bias, trading a ranging market, developing the probability mindset. So there's just like so much value in this course right here, that you take this and you get the true foundation of what it is that you need to be good at. And then again, just like anything, once you have that foundation, it's game time, right? It's time to get involved in the game, and then that's when you're gonna really have your aha moments is when you start to see things that you learned here in the course or on these live streams begin to play out like on your own, you know what I mean? And then as you start acting on those and executing on those, this is where the confidence builds, and yeah, it starts taking on a life of its own. But yeah, man, higher time frame, lower time frame correlations, impulse entries, impulse trades, all of it. Risk management, how to manage your trades, how to plan your trade your plan, all that stuff. So yeah, it's good, and I keep adding to this course, so I'll keep adding to this as time goes on. But yeah, super clean, super clean. All right, everybody, welcome into this video. In this video, so yeah, if you are in the clubhouse, take full advantage of that. Take full advantage of all the material that you have in there, please. That will help you. That will really speed up the process of learning those little details and the nuances that we're talking about. After watching for some time, understanding when to take a trade has been helpful. Cool. When your candles line up correctly with the playbook. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Doesn't it? Isn't it cool to not have to make the decisions, that the candles can make those decisions for you? It takes all the pressure off of you as a trader, man. Playbook video made me think, oh, that's good, I can actually trade. Wow. Because I feel others just overcomplicate it. Yeah, trading is extremely overcomplicated out there, man. Every now and then I'll go peekaboo in someone's like live stream or go take a look at their video, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know. It works, but it's about to, like, you know, blow my mind up. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Mr. Woods in the house. Been on the live stream for a month now. I'm a lot more patient, really waiting for the plays to come in. Lovely. It's like I'm just stepping over rocks along the way without stumbling. I love that, man. I love that. Great job. Great job. Only sells for gold. All right. I think I'm going to remain bullish here. We got a pretty decent 1 hour closure. It's just below the range here. That's the big issue. So it would be nice to wait on the 4 hour here, but I would like to also participate, you know, when the playbook shows up here at like 9:15, 9:30. So we'll see what happens. You know, we're just ranging right now, so we got time. We got time. At what age did I start trading? 2018, 2019. So I was about 28 years old. Appreciate you, Green. I needed that. Is the course in the clubhouse? Yeah, it's only in the clubhouse. Maybe down the road I'll release it to the public, but right now I'm not that guy, you know? I'm not that guy yet. Yeah, maybe. I get a lot of messages all the time about it, so we'll see. I want to make it really, like, I want to keep getting feedback from the clubhouse members on what else to put in there, and then like really package it up for the public, maybe. Green, how we feeling today, man? I'm just happy you're here, brother. Yeah, Green. He's a busy man. How long did it take to pass my first challenge? I'll be honest, I don't remember. I started trading originally with personal capital. You can see some of my journey here on Instagram. If you go through my IG, you can see some of my highlights, and also if you go back far enough, you can really see some of my beginning days as a trader. But you know, probably somewhere back. Yeah, I mean, this was when I started to get some traction. You know, I started to get better as a trader. But yeah, if you go through all these, man, you'll see like all my, I mean, this is all 200, almost 240 weeks ago. So all my different styles of trading that I've gone through in the past, which is really only like 2 or 3. Look at this. This was my 15-year-old brother, who you guys now know as Johnny Gems. right? He made what, like $250 on like one of his trades and stuff. So yeah, so this is all like throwback stuff, man. But this is where I really started to get things cranking. Yeah, you can go through it all. Good times, man. Look, this is when I first started trading gold, like when I was really getting to gold. So I was studying gold for so long. Look at that, making $70 on a trade, $50 on a trade, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like I was trading big back then. All those trades equaled $940, right? So now one trade I'm at, you know, not $1,300. So, you know, you got to appreciate your the levels that you're at, you know. But yeah, same type of stuff, waiting for breakouts, onions, all that good stuff here. Yeah. Oh, you guys should give this a little read. Don't let a crackhead out hustle you today, gang. There's a crackhead that woke up this morning with literally nothing but the clothes on his back. He's not worried about if he's getting his next hit. He knows he will, right? There's no other option. And when you have enough desire and desperation, you will do whatever it takes to reach your goal, right? So crackhead mentality on the live stream today. But yeah, simple breakouts, you know what I mean? Just getting better, you know, learning the skill set, started to see some good money, or start to see some good money and stuff. Yeah, stops at break even, all that stuff. So yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time now. Oh, this day I got murked. So this was the worst day. We took sells. I took like probably 6 or 7 sells here that day and literally just got demolished. Yeah, we were selling all the way up. It was bad. It was bad. Studying Raja. You know, just playing the game, man. A little unlearn to relearn. So you can come here and watch some of my early days. 2 o'clock in the morning, doing simulation sessions. Just getting to it. Just getting to it. But anyway, yeah. So I know you can go all the way back on my feed here and check out some of those early days too. And have I read Trading in the Zone? Yeah, I have. How many live accounts have I blown? I don't even know. That's the thing. Like early on, I just started these $500 live accounts and just blew them and blew them and blew them and blew them and blew them, you know, just trying to figure this whole thing out and how to do it. A lot of live accounts, man. I would say at least probably like 15, not a lot, but like 15 to 25, I'd say. Something light. After a few months watching, following Nick, yep. It's time to return. Yeah, let's get it. Clubhouse, let's go. He's coming back, baby. He's coming back. What's the main difference between ASFX? Oh, Apex and Top 1? I don't know, because I don't really know much about Apex. Yeah. Do I still use my Mac computer? I do, but not to stream. Like, it's not here. It's in a different room in my house. Yeah. Those are the good old days. The good old Mac days where I was streaming on the Mac. Used to be able to hear my mouse clicking and all that, man. Who's ever gone back and checked out the live streams, the early ones? Anyone? Go to like the oldest. You'll see me working off the Mac here. The Mac, baby, the Mac. The Mac, the Mac. What amount did I start with at first? I think it was like a $500 account. $500 maybe. What's your 2 cents on someone working with just 500 between joining the clubhouse and funds for trading? Not easy when you live in a country where $1 is. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, man. You know, it's one of those things where you just got to find a way to win. I can't even give you advice because I never really battled through something like that. You know what I mean? So it's tough for me to shed light on that without ever having to go through that. You know, like, was I ever, you know, low on money or had negative money in my bank accounts and stuff? Yeah, of course. But like, I've never really had that, your situation, you know, where $1 is, you know, $134 or, you know, and stuff like that. So I say pray on it, man. Just pray on it. Do what you feel is going to get you to the next level. And a lot of times it's that risk. You know, I said on my Instagram story yesterday, I said, everyone is so hesitant to start the move on their life because they're afraid of these big losses. And the big losses are never the downfall. It's the 10,000 little losses. It's the, you know, I'll start the clubhouse on Monday. It's the, I'll go to the gym on Monday, or I'll start my diet on Monday, or Monday comes around and the alarm clock goes off and it's like, let me snooze. It's like, what, dude? You're going to wake up to a nap? How are you going to wake up to a nap? I got a question. You just woke up and then took a nap. So it's like, it's the small little mistakes like those ones, you know, like, I know I shouldn't be eating the donut, but it's the last one at the office and I'm going to eat a good quality dinner tonight. So screw it, right? It's those mistakes that end up killing the individual. It's never the big mistakes that you make in an attempt to go out and do something special with your life or great with your life. Those mistakes are often stepping stones to get you to the next level, learning, like they're blocks, right, to learn from. But it's the little mistakes. It's the procrastination and the delay and the overspending and all that stuff that really takes one out of the game. So don't be afraid to take a big risk and change your life, you know, because it's typically those little tiny things that end up holding people back. You guys have seen it. You guys ever watch horror movies? The girl, she answers the phone, blah, 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 blah. The killer comes in. All of a sudden he trips and now she's running outside. She's running, right? What happens when she's running outside? Every horror movie's the same. She does what? What does she do? She trips, right? What does she trip on though? Very, very rarely does she trip on a log, right? A massive tree. What does she trip on? She trips on the twig, right? The little thing in life, right? Most of us be tripping on the twigs in life, getting all discombobulated, getting all overwhelmed and frustrated on the twigs in life. It's never the big things, right? It's always those little things that hold most people back, man. So don't be tripping, you know what I mean? Like, really lock in, and those little twigs should not be an issue for you at this point in your entrepreneur journey. You got to get over that. The twigs are going to be everywhere. They're going to be everywhere. So the Prather trader in the building. It's popping. She lost pips, stop loss. Yeah. I drew all the plays on a notepad, wrote out all the conditions, entries, etc. for the plays. Very useful. Practicing in the live markets. Amazing, JCW. Most of y'all tripping on them twigs. That's right, Della. Yeah, we be tripping on them twigs. There you go. Yeah, the lion, man. The base hits to the subconscious mind that slowly break you down. That's so true, because I was saying this in my story too. Like, your mind, right? Your subconscious mind doesn't know how big or little a mistake is, just as much as it doesn't know truth from reality, right? By the way, your truth is reality. So your perceived reality is much more real than the reality itself. So you do create your destiny. You do create your life, whether you believe it or not. And only the rich, I like what Luke Belmar says. He goes, only the rich will admit that they're self-made. but everyone's self-made with their decisions, right? With their decision making, their thought process, and what they do. So we are, and I used to get really mad when I would hear people say that when I was broke, and they would say, you are where you want to be. And I'm like, no, that's false. You know what I mean? I don't want to be here. But my actions weren't saying that, right? My actions were saying, well, yeah, you do, because you didn't read last night. You didn't go out and do any meetings today. You didn't sell any product today, right? Your actions say that you want to be right here. Remember, everyone's got dreams and goals and desires, but not many people are willing to put the stamp on them, right? And go out and act on them. So everyone wants things, but not everyone gets things. And those that get it follow the law, and the law states, do the thing and have the power, right? Do the thing and have the power. It's not have the power and then do the thing. It's do the thing and you shall have the power, right? Being very stoic, everything that is once hard then eventually becomes easy. Super disciplined for the whole month. Went on a massive tilt today. Any advice? Yeah, congratulations on being super disciplined for a whole month, brother. Time to pick yourself up, forget about the mistake, and move on. Congratulations. I think you should celebrate today. I think you should celebrate a full month of being extremely disciplined. I studied, bro. Just put it like that. Studied. Hey, by the way, who said that again? Big Dog. That's Big Dog status right there. Not many people can be disciplined for an entire month. So major, major accomplishment there. Heck, most people can't even be disciplined for the day. Never mind the week or the month, or you know what I mean? So congrats to you, brother. Party time. I trip and fall in the holes I dig. Nico, yeah, I mean, look, dude, that's most of the world. The blind are truly leading the blind right into holes. So you gotta find people with sight. You know, you gotta find people like myself who we don't walk by, sight. We walk by the vision. We walk by what we see in the spiritual realm, and we don't put the outside circumstances. We put zero limitations on what we can accomplish, and you got to get around people like that, so that way you can get out of your own hole and start realizing, like, what am I doing? Let me stop doing that. None of these people are doing that. Yes, they have done it in the past, but eventually they've climbed out of that hole and moved on with it. So, you just by associating with people like that, you will become like that. Where my boy Johnny Gems at? Is he here yet? He is here. He is. Find you a Johnny Gems, gang. Find you a Johnny Gems.
Yo, yo.
What's poppin', brother?
What's good, my man? How you doing?
Absolutely incredible. How about you?
Hey. Absolutely incredible too, bro. Blessed and highly favored.
I don't
Grateful
need
for your
peace.
day.
I don't need love. I got it already. I
You
got
already
it.
got it, bro.
I got peace.
Traded it.
I got love. I got everything
don't
that's
need
coming
anything.
from.
Hey.
We need to get the
Amen, bro.
need.
Yeah,
we
bro.
need to get the need out of there. We already got
Let's
it,
go.
gang.
God gave us the power to create the life we want to live, bro. We're doing it. We're tapped into it. Let's go.
All right, let's
Yes,
get
sir.
Johnny Gems out here.
Yo, what's good, chat? What's poppin', everyone? Happy New York session. Another session to be patient and disciplined to the plan. I'm excited to do that today. Don't know about y'all, but I'm excited to do that.
Don't know, baby. Don't know.
No. Potential buys looking good here, maybe 9:30.
Oh, you better believe it there, Johnny boy.
We won't talk much about gold.
Let's just let gold do its thing, We're just hanging out here, We're not even looking at gold. We're just
You're
talking.
Goldie. I don't even,
We're just
bro.
keeping ourselves company.
keeping it a buck.
Keeping it a bucksky.
That's it, bro.
Did we catch any trades in London? We did catch a trade in London. This is the trade. London or Asian? London, yeah? Yeah, this is the trade right here. I still have it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically celery play. 1 hour candle ready to move up. We wanted to wait for that pack runner right there. We got that pack runner. Then once this red candle closed, set a buy stop. just happened to close partials literally at the last pip. So we closed the trade, and it literally just dropped down from there. I mean, eventually it kept moving up. You know, that was where was that? That was somewhere over here, right? Yeah, somewhere right here. This move here.
I have to say, bro, Nick is too nice with it, man. The entries, the exits, bro, this guy's got that stuff on point.
Chill.
All right, took profits 1 pip before it hit the stop loss. All right, just missed stop loss by 1 pip as it hit TP. That's Nick's trades.
Patrick fell asleep. Yo, Patrick be looking like a mob boss. He comes to London in the robe and all that, like a top G. I'm like, man, that's a G, right? I'm about to come to London in a robe, man. I think my sister-in-law bought me a robe. It was like something nice too. Maybe I should pull up with it.
That's hilarious, yo. Yeah, shout out Patrick, bro. My man's grinding in every session.
Yeah, facts.
Getting his little catnaps in, bro. I understand it. Let's go, bro.
Yeah. Love it. Did we keep a runner? No, the runner got hit by a 5-minute candle here. Let me show you guys.
I'm glad though. I'm glad we went break even though, because we would have got stopped.
Yeah, the runner got hit. Yeah, we got hit at break even with the rest of it. I think I could only make like $1,500 on this account, so I also was like satisfied with that. Like almost, it was like 1,400, you know, and then whatever after the closure. So I'm really only looking to get a couple hundred bucks here today on 9:30. So I'll probably size down and try and keep myself green here today.
What do you got, 150K?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can make 1,800. Max.
18, right? 18.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Boom. The nap chose me. Sometimes that's how it is.
Yeah, word though. London's my chill session, bro.
We show up every session. You guys remember
I pop up in the clubhouse in the dark, bro. You can't even see me.
Johnny Gems was outside in London today. It's like, bro, what are you doing? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. There might be an alien invasion. Get back inside. Boom.
Crazy how warm it was outside, bro, today at 2 a.m. That's that Florida summer.
Yeah, it really is. Any update on the clipping thing? Yeah, I'm just waiting to see who's hungry, you know, who keeps sending them without getting a response, and who really wants it, you know what I mean? That's all. Looking to find the hungry dog to feed. That's it. I haven't seen the hunger I'm looking for yet in a potential clipper. I'm looking for killers, for warriors.
You ain't lying.
Who could be the most comfortable? Yeah, man. You don't want to be. Clippers? We ain't talking LA.
Hey, nice trade, Norbin. Let's go, bro. W, bro. $30 over the consistency rule, though. Nah, bro. Great job. Excuse me. Great job, bro.
I feel like the most simplest way to do this is make 2,000 a day, and then just wait till you get 10K, and then take the payout.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like now you kind of bend the consistency rule, but you still fit it in, because you're still at 20% if you're making 2K, and then, you know, you just gotta wait till 10K to get a payout.
Yeah.
All right, so 2K it is. 1,300. We got room to go.
That's like 5 pips for you, bro.
Something light. Yeah, I'm looking to pay someone and hire somebody to clip up just gems from the streams, important moments from the streams, standout moments, things like that, that we could start to put up on YouTube, because a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot of sauce in these live streams, but to go back and sit and watch a full live stream is very difficult, right, for most people. So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody who can take some very standout conversation, points in that conversation, clip it up into a couple-minute video, and then send it over to me so I could actually post it on my YouTube as a video. Then I also want on the other side is reels, you know, reels that can be clipped up and posted in the short section and on Instagram for IG reels. So one is I want a video, like a smaller video of just like a clip of us talking on the stream and, you know, that standout moment. And then two, reels to go with it. So any trades that we take, I personally like to get like from when we drew the trade out to when we entered it to, you know, how we managed it to when we closed it, and then the final explanation. And that's pretty much it, you know, just like 2 styles of content, and I'll be pretty happy with that. And anyone who can do it well, I'm not looking for new guys, I'm not looking for beginners, I'm not looking for, hey Nick, man, you've impacted me so much, I'll learn the skill set. And it's okay. I want experienced people that understand how to do this from the jump to hire, right? I'm looking to hire the best. So if that's you, then info@timetoeattrading.com is the email to send the work over and the content over to, so that way we can review it and yeah, take a look and pick somebody out.
Yeah. Hop on the team.
Hop on the team.
Let's go, G's.
Jump on the TT payroll.
The opportunity's there, bro. That most people on the team came from the chat, like TK,
Everyone.
and Magnus.
Everyone. I don't hire anyone that's not part of TT to run anything at TT. Everyone comes straight from in-house underneath the umbrella.
Yes, sir.
Bump, bump, bump.
What's up, TK?
You just got to have the skill set, you know?
Yep.
Well, that's not that fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, so very little to no top wick here, so that's going to be tough unless we could break the high and then really come down and make a legitimate wick and then re-break it. Other than that, that's not what we wanted to see.
Oh, bro. Don't you think we closed pretty far from that zone too? A little bit?
No, not really. Not that far. Well, look at the range that we have.
Oh, I'm looking at the 15-minute right now.
Maybe you got your chart stretched out like this, John.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why it looks like it's so far from the zone.
I guess, bro. Maybe.
I told the homie, yo, shrink the chart a little bit, G.
It looks a little far though to me. Oh.
My guy's on. He could be coming on like, all right, chat. Let's run this.
Yeah, nah, bro. You're exaggerating it.
Am I?
Hell yeah.
All right.
40 pips on light, bro. It is what it is, you know.
Something slight. Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not enough to stop me at 9:30. You feel me? So especially if we can make a high here like that and then come back down and then re-break the high. But I can't do it off of that first break because we all know that could be where the buyers get activated. So if we could re-break the low, that'd be great. We can keep our stop loss at that current low there, which is probably going to be about like 40, 45 pips, and then see if we can get the move up. It is 9:30. We do have a lot of volume coming in here. So, yeah, let's see what happens. 15. Yeah, my only issue here is the very little to no top wick on this candle. So, we want to see the break of the lows first, and then buy stop on the break of the high. I would only do this at 9:32. I wouldn't do this at a lower volume time or anything like that, but high volume time, all time frames pointing up, you know, extra confirmation with the break of that low would be all I need.
Bro, he studied, bro. He did his studying. You know.
True. Stretching the chart could be scary. I mean, there's a you know, I like probably right around here. You know, you want to stretch it out. I mean, some people look at their charts like that. So that's really, you know, like that's intraday style right there. So I think we zoom in enough to begin with. Never mind zooming in on the zoom in. You know what I mean? I think that's fine.
I gotta like yours right now.
Yeah,
Try to always keep my charts stretched out like yours.
you better. No, I'm just kidding.
I know, bro. Trust me.
All right,
I
there's our
better
break
do
of the low.
whatever you do.
So there's our break of the low here. Let's just take a look here. So daily's still pointing up. 4 hour is still pointing up as well. We haven't got our closure yet, so that's the only thing here on the 4 hour. The 1 hour looks pretty good. We're starting to break through the highs. 30 minutes our only issue right now with this no wick at the top. So that's why we waited for that second break of the low there. I think if we re-break the highs now, we should get a good push up here. So I am going to have a buy stop here. I'm going to go low with one contract. And the plan is basically going to look something like this. Stop loss at current candle low, wherever that is. TP is going to be somewhere up here towards 83. Yeah, right up towards 83. And then partials or break even will probably happen right around 76 there. So that's kind of the move. And we'll see if we could break the highs and have volume come in and, you know, give us that push. But the one thing is, and this is why I'm sizing down, is because the 4 hour is open still, and then that 1 hour, right, is still kind of open with no guarantee to close above the range here. So that's why we want to size down a little bit on this particular trade. And then, you know, if you get like, let's say we get a brand new onion or something, then that's where we could probably bring the size back up again. So let's say we don't get activated here and price decides to kind of move down a little bit for the open, and then we end up planting a support, then we can I could probably go a little bit bigger in my size at that point, because now we got a brand new support here and we can kind of go, you know, we got a better price point too to enter at. So we'll see what happens. A lot of clean range though. Do we use Bookmap? Not really. I might take a look at it and try it out. I actually did. Me and TK met with the owners of Bookmap, and they were kind of showing us and sharing with us a little bit. So we might try it out and see if it's helpful or useful. What up, Chala? Use MGC? Yeah, that's true. A few pips higher? Oh, snap. Let me see.
MGC traders, be careful.
Yeah, that's true.
They covered.
Yeah, and this is this order is placed like mainly because of the volume we got coming in. So we got the breakout, we got volume, we got direction. Now we got that re-break of the low there. So if this 1 hour candle wants to really push, because we know that this 1 hour candle here from 9 to 10 is most likely going to be one of the bigger candles in the entire session today, right? Because it is the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. candle, which involves the open. So could we see this 1 hour re-break the high and then fill the range here at 9:30 is really what we're kind of looking at. Thinking of joining the clubhouse, suggested me a starting balance. I would maybe even like look into just like a challenge account. You know what I mean? Like a $25, $50 evaluation account with Top One or Top Step or one of these guys, and really just come in and get the hang of the clubhouse. You know, get the feel for the sessions, and then get a little bit more knowledge under your belt, get some consistency, and then maybe start to dump some personal capital into a broker, if that's what you want to do with the personal capital stuff.
Yeah, if you're looking to make $300 too, like that, you could do that with 150k XFA. Like on my 50k XFA, I'm making 300. Pretty much a trade. So yeah, you can do that on a combine account XFA. Yeah.
That's true, and that's being very conservative too.
Yeah, facts. It is. Sorry, I should say fund. It's a funded account.
I'm a funded trader. Are you a funded trader? I put that on a credit application the other day. What do you do for a living? Funded trader.
Time. I'm funded time.
Hey Nick, can you explain that again? Man, that's a that's a very very vague question. Explain what? I think we've explained like 19 things in the last like 19 minutes.
More than that, bro. I'm
Top
curious
one.
to see like.
Curious to see what?
Nah, you go ahead. Top one, what?
Top one. Top one has no consistency rule. No, not on the challenge. The challenge you
can
could
get
pass in
funded
one
in
trade.
day.
Yeah, literally one trade.
It's fire.
Oh, breaking the high, then breaking low, and then break. Yeah. So pretty much what happens is, so the only way I've really found myself around this little to no top wick is, number one, the volume 100% has to be there, right? So it's 9:30, so we do have volume here. Number two is we have to make a low and then pop up, right? Break the high. So where my entry would really be, if we had a low already, is where I need to see like price flip bullish. So this is where you had that happen, how price flip bullish right here. And now if it kind of just fluctuates here and re-breaks the high, I'll let it go. But if it comes down and re-breaks its own low, right, and then starts coming back up and re-breaks the high, that's typically a sign that that will work out, right? So if it doesn't re-break the low, I'll let it go wherever it needs to go. But if it does, that gives me the opportunity now with high volume to re-add that buy stop on the break of the high for, you know, price to come back up, because we really shouldn't have any business breaking that high and then coming back down to break these lows here, right? It should break the high and really go for a run. So yeah, so we got 20 minutes left on the 30-minute and the 1 hour. The 15-minute is going to come up to a closure. Possibility that we do get like a 15-minute celery play here that breaks the highs and then makes that run up for the 1 hour candle there. So that's basically what I'm looking at. I do think I'm going to delete this though and wait for that. There's 4 minutes left in this candle, so I'm going to delete this order just in case we get tapped in the last minute or two of this 5-minute candle or 15-minute candle. We'll delete it, and then now the new play is going to look something like this. Buy stop still on the break of the high, but we're more so looking at the volume to come in and give us some sort of like you know, celery type of play here. Yeah, especially if we close with no wick on the bottom of this current candle, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Or even like a resistance and then a closure above.
Or that, yep. Or if you don't like the impulse, and if it wasn't 9:30, 9:45, I'd be waiting for this. But since there's a lot of volume in, I'll probably just take it right off the impulse idea there. But again, if it wasn't New York Open or anything, I think I'd have to wait for that candle first and then execute on this candle here.
Right. Yeah, we got a 4-hour closure coming up too, 20 minutes.
I'm a funded trader. Just 9.5% in drawdown right now. Nothing biggie. Accounts fluctuate. Trading ups and downs. Red. Yeah, Nick Stewart. He posted red days. Yeah, sure.
9.5% drawdown. Not even, honestly.
Sorry, honey. I just hit my max daily drawdown today. What's that? Nothing.
Never mind.
I was a
that.
funded trader. Let me just say I was. Did I say I am? I meant I was. I was up until 11 o'clock this morning.
Trash, bro.
Would you be good to wait on the celery? Yes, sir, Louis G. I think that's the vibe now. 2 minutes now. 2 minutes. Yeah, remember that trip we were talking about going on, the Bahamas? What do you mean? We booked it. No, we didn't book it. No, we did book it. Well, we're going to have to cancel that trip now. Don't worry about it. We'll go to the Bahamas next year.
I lied.
Let me stack up a couple payouts. I promise. Hey, I promise. Once I get a payout, we'll go to the Bahamas, baby. That's like some of y'all in my DM. Hey, Nick, can I borrow $5? Man. Hey, man, once I get it, once I get a payout, bro, I promise, man, I'm going to pay you back. Brother. Oh, man, you guys are silly. Man.
Yeah, man, that's tough, bro.
Sit down, Uncle Bill. Sit down. Some of you guys are, man, you guys are bold. Hey, Nick, can I borrow $5,000? I know we don't know each other. I know you only know me as a username on Discord, but I have been a part of your community for quite some time, and I only need $5,000. It'll be a small loan. I'm working on a funded account right now, and once I get paid out, I mean, I promise you. I mean, you've got my word. I mean, on God, I will pay you back. So funny, man. So funny.
That is pretty
And then here's me. Yeah, sure, yeah. Where should I send it? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
$5,000 for nothing.
Oh, you need $5,000? Oh yeah, sure, of course I could send it to you, bro. What's the Zelle? Don't worry. Oh, you'll pay me back when you get paid out? Oh man, yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. For sure. Oh, you think you're gonna get a payout next week? Oh yeah. All right then, definitely. That surely convinces me to lend a stranger $5,000. Oh, you can't send it to Zelle because I live in Encyclopedia. You gotta send it via pigeon carrier. Oh man. Wait, you don't have Zelle? Oh, okay. Hey, I didn't want to say any actual names, you know what I mean? I didn't want to say any actual locations. I don't want anybody writing me letters, man. All right, let's see what we got here. 20 seconds left. We might have been activated at that. I don't think so, but it was a possibility. Did we break the high? I don't know. No, we didn't. All right. Interesting. All right, well, another candle with very little wick on the top. So that kind of is a bit of a bummer here. But all in all, the 30 still looking good, right? But again, we kind of need that process to play out. We need that process. If we can't get that process to go down, which is the break of the highs and the lows and all that, then we just forced to wait on, unfortunately, a support here at 930. Oh, is that a true request? Oh, you'll be shocked. You'd be shocked at some of the messages I sent if I showed you guys. %, interest. I'm gonna need my cut on top, though. I'm gonna need my cut on top. All right, let's take a look at NQ here while gold annoys us a little bit. All right, so yeah, we did our funky stuff here already on NQ. So we broke the highs, broke the lows. Now this is our 945 candle. I still think a good quality closure above here makes the best sense to go long. Yeah, so you want to see a 30-minute. So for me, if we can get a NQ closure looking something like this, then I think we can talk some business at that point. Man, you guys know I love to trade 930, so why gold got to do us like that? Dum dum. July meetup? Yeah, July meetup, man. Who's coming to the meetup? Who's coming? Less than 30 days. I'm excited. Do we have any traders that have been called up to live? Yeah, we had somebody message me in Discord, I think, and they said that let me just ask him if he got it. Yeah, he said that he got a live account with Top One. Yeah, Top One put him on live. Amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. How do you make sure your name's on the reservation? TK will send a link in there so that way you can RSVP. Yeah, if you guys are coming, be sure to RSVP, gang, because all the information for the meetup is going to be going out to you guys. So, you know, make sure you get that done. What else? What else? Yeah, I forgot. I think I had something else to tell you guys about the meetup. But yeah, it's going to be great. Book all your stays anywhere downtown in Tampa is fine. You guys can book your hotels or Airbnbs. I will have an Airbnb to come hang out for during the day and a little bit at nighttime, but it's not to sleep at. So you guys still got to book your own stay in terms of like where you're sleeping and whatnot. So I would say just book it anywhere near downtown Tampa is going to be fine. Maybe download Uber, a little Uber. TK. Me and Pat Whalen should do a podcast, eh? We should all. I'd be down to go pull up on at the headquarters down there. I like what he's got going on. Is he live? Yeah, he is live. Yo, we should go blow up this guy's stream, TT style. Let's be like, yo, get Nick from TT at the BDH. Get him at the BDH, man. What do you guys think? TTE, BDH. I would like to. I'd do it. Trades a lot of NQ, it looks like. Yeah, I think we got the numbers to get his attention, so we'd all have to kind of hit him up, spam him up a little bit. But we got the power of numbers, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Can you guys picture me at the BDH for a session? That would be awesome, honestly. He has a lot of guests coming in there. He recently had my boy Rake trades. I really like. Yeah. Yeah, I'd pull up. This looks cool. This is super inspiring too. Like I'm gonna have this one day, and do the live stream from a super cool headquarters like this. Yeah, I'll go pull up on him. Pull up on him. Okay, I guess we're waiting on a pullback now. Yeah, pullback it is. Pullback it is. You got the Porsches in the background. I know. Solid. Sauna, ice bath, pool. Yeah, we'll have all that. I wanna create one of those here in Tampa. Little gym inside. Wait, his chat's blowing up? Nah. Wait, you guys are in his chat? Where'd that go? Oh, yo, you be like, we need the link up. We need the link up. The people want to see it. That's funny, actually. We need the link up. Oh, he switched to members only mode just now. Holy. The TT train come through. It's all over. It's all over. Zoom links. Oh yeah, Zoom links. Dump, dump. Meme coins? Hit the meme coin trend, eh? Yeah, that'd be fine. That'll be fine. Johnny Gems, you good over there? Did I mute you? I don't know what happened, bro. Wow, we got no motion here at 9:30 at all. At all.
Yo, yes sir, bro. I couldn't unmute myself.
Sorry about that, brother. Sorry about that.
Sorry, no worries. Yeah, bro. Wasn't looking good for the buys. New support looks better. Yeah, would bro get tight?
Oh, did he? Uh-oh. Did we upset him? Hope not.
Yo, you upset him, I think. You didn't personally, but.
All right, anyway. Yeah, so I think we're going to wait on the pullback here. Yeah, something, any type of support. You know, if it's one more candle, that's fine. We wait for a bullish closure, right? We then take our buys. I don't think we really need to map this range out here as a resistance or anything like that, right? To stop us from getting in, because it's just going to be a break and retest, right? So if we can get that break and retest, then the buys look really, really solid. I unsubscribed. He's a bit on edge.
I agree, bro.
Holy. The swagger's diverse, man. It's diverse.
At least we can go get his attention, you know?
Yeah.
We want to.
I'm telling you, when that TT train comes through, it's over. It's over.
It's over, bro. TT the best, bro. Don't let him fool you.
You gonna wait for the next? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we might as well wait for the 4 hour here. 4 minutes for a closure. JBK. Let's go. Trump speaks at 10? Oh, I didn't know that. What else do you guys look at for news? Forex Factory and what else? I know there's a couple other good ones. We can't get a Trump speech in the red folder selection here today? Damn.
No.
Oh yeah, my FX book's pretty good. Yeah, I remember that one. Who remembers? You guys ever used a currency strength meter? Anyone ever used a currency strength meter here?
The hell? Sounds like a equipment in the gym.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, pullback's nice.
Factory, that's the only one.
Oh yeah, the Chinese indicator. Yeah, I remember that one too. That's right. That's right. The Chinese indicator. I have not heard of that one forever.
Greenery. What's up, Green?
Boom, boom, boom,
Yo,
boom.
Green, I'll be down in New York next week, dude.
Oh snap!
Oh, snap. Wait a minute.
Johnny Gems hit New York.
Yes, sir.
I'll be in New York in August, just to hit up a
nice.
couple restaurants and then skate back to Florida.
That's gonna be awesome, bro. August should be a good time to go to.
Yeah.
Get away from those last summer months, Florida.
Oh yeah. Hey, give me a minute. I'll be right back.
But yeah, so what's good, chat? How y'all feeling? Position size calculator? Yeah, bro, I remember that. What's up, YOLO Trader? Nah, no breakout entry. You know, we're a little far from the zone. Also, candles are closing with no wicks, little to no wicks. So, yeah. We can either buy now, you know, at the top, or we can wait for a support and then buy low, which sounds a little bit better to me. What's up, Miko? It's good, bro. Nice. Feeling good? Awesome. Yeah, facts. Energy sounds money. The convincing plays are the best plays. You gotta be convinced, you know? For me to pull the trigger and trade, I gotta be convinced. Next time you're getting into a trade, you gotta ask yourself, like, am I convinced to get in this? Like, or am I trying to convince myself to get in it? If you're trying to convince yourself to get in it, you're most likely forcing a trade, and there's a very high chance that there's zero edge, you know? But when you are convinced, that's your sign that, yo, there's your edge, right? Boom, let's execute. So yeah, you want to be convinced when you get in a trade. Yeah, we probably just have different gold charts there. Yeah. Some of us are probably trading a little bit different gold charts, depending on our broker and stuff. What's up, Graceful? Oh, wow. Hamburger joint called Jimbo's? I've never heard about that one. In New York, there's some fire burger spots in New York, especially where I grew up by. So, like Nick said, going for the food spots. Yeah, so definitely going to New York, see some family, hit up some food spots. I'm also hitting up the Jersey Shore, which should be fun. But yeah, the food, man. The food never misses down there. Pasta, pizza, burgers, barbecue. Yeah, Minosh, you got in those buys. Do I think it was a good trade? I personally don't, you know. I mean, Nick was looking to get in some buy stops. So, I mean, the one thing you did have, you know, working for you was the volume. But I didn't really like it personally. I didn't like how far we away we were from the zone, and I didn't like that both of those candles kind of had little to no top wicks. So yeah, I mean, I personally didn't like it, but I understand if you took it based on high volume, like Nick was gonna do. Yeah, it was Patrick. Yeah, yes, sir, bro. They do cook with seed oils in New York. Yep. You gotta tell them though. You gotta be like, yo, I have allergic reaction, so hold off on the seed oils. I've already tested that. You know, I don't want to be filled with seed oils again. Yo, what's good, Magnus? What's up, bro? Nice. So 15-minute candle closing with no lower wick here. We're moving down without a higher wick. I mean, this looking good, right? Potentially setting up nicely here for those buys off support. 4-hour candle just opened up too. So 4-hour making a lower wick, right? 4-hour still looking very good to move up. You got a wick to fill and just clean candles, right? To move up to resistance, you know, above 85, looking good. So yeah, you got a support here. The signs up here with the 4-hour coming back up. So patience on this, waiting for the support. Yeah, what about you, Patrick? Your restaurants, they do seed oils too? I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where you're at. I feel like you're from America though. Nah. Nah, where you at? Yeah, in the restaurants, definitely, bro. Yeah, most restaurants all do seed oils. Yeah, you gotta kind of specifically ask for like a healthier oil or like butter, something like that. Yeah, or just tell them, yep. Oh, nice, bro. In Ireland, cool. Well, yeah, some of my family's actually from there. It's awesome. One day I would like to come visit there. I've never been there. Yeah, my dad's side comes from Ireland.
Oh, we closing a wick, but straight down.
Yep. Straight down, bro. Setting up nicely now. You know, this is matching up perfectly with the 4-hour candle too, which is what we like.
Yeah, looks good. 4-hour bottom wick here. Let's take a look at that 4-hour closure. Yeah, it looks good. We closed above the range. 1 hour also closed above. 30-minute looking good. Yeah, this looks nice. 30 inverted celery here would be amazing.
I got a peep NQ too.
The Nasdaq. Yeah, once we get a closure above, I think we're good. But you got to get that closure. See how we keep rejecting?
Yeah.
A lot of rejection
Those
here.
wicks there. Those wicks aren't an issue to you, right? Because it's not like there's no 15-minute chop.
What was
It's
that?
like the same pretty much on the 15 and 30-minute.
Oh, yeah. In this case. So see how like
Yeah.
the 30-minute wicks here isn't like chop. It's just regular wicks.
Right.
It's 5-minute chop though, so.
But you still like the closures above on the 15?
Closures above on what, NQ you said? Or
On
gold?
NQ.
NQ.
On NQ.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these look good. 30 closures probably better. But
Gotcha.
gold looking good. Gold's actually
Yeah.
looking real good here.
I agree.
So yeah, let's see how we do here on Goldie. 15-minute closures might lead us into this long position here. Yeah, 4-hour bullish. Daily still bullish. 1 hour bullish. 30-minute has this. If we can get that inverted celery here, then that's where the entry will go. Right here on the break of the highs. Bam, and then that's the entry. But this candle here has to kind of reject. You know, it's got to close somewhat weak bearish and definitely above that range there, and then we can execute on the longs.
New 4-hour candle, same plan. Yeah, because this is the 4-hour and daily. I don't know if anything's going to stop them from moving up today, honestly.
Nope. Yeah, you don't want to do it on the. I mean, you can do it on the 4-hour break of the high, right? But I personally don't do it that way. I used to do that, but I have better results and stuff when I wait for this candle, right? So if I wait for that inverted celery to break the highs, I'd rather do that versus having a buy stop there right now, because what can happen is this candle can just come up to make a wick, tap traders in, buyers in, and then right back down there. So I'd rather see this candle actually close up and show us that it's going to close weak with that small little lower wick there, and then and then basically now you're pretty much setting the buy stop on the break of the 4-hour high, only it's a better lower time frame like market condition there. So it's still going to be on the 4-hour high, as you can see, 1 hour high and all that, but you just want to make sure this candle is going to close weak. So you got the last candle closing without a wick. That's a one sign. And now if this candle closes really weak above the range, that's another good sign that the buys should play out. Plus now being that the 4 hours bullish, 1 hour is bullish, we got closures on everything. Everything kind of rolls right into another. Catch the wick, yeah.
Beautiful.
Can you zoom in other countries? Yes. Yeah, I believe so. John about to call it. So, what are we doing today?
About to call it on gold. Nah, gold's actually looking really good right now.
As it just continues to bleed.
Yeah, no. We could get a fake out below 57 too on the 15-minute.
Well, I'm also glad we deleted those buy stops, right? When that candle was like 4 minutes in.
Right. Smart, bro.
The groomsmith in the house. What up, bro?
What's up, Groomsmith? Yeah, I mean, the day's just getting started on NQ too, so I mean, gonna have opportunity there as well. The kiddos up?
Everyone's up, yep. They got watches and book bags now. They're hilarious.
Yeah. I know, Maddie was telling me. So cute, bro.
Maverick's got like a watch on.
Mad cute, bro.
I said, what time is it, Maverick? What time to eat, brother?
Yeah, bro.
Time to eat. It's time.
Crazy,
It's
bro.
always game time. Anytime my family's asked me, yo, what time is it? It's game time, man. It's game time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I seen their little watches looking all fresh and stuff with the book bags too. Lele was digging it.
Yeah, they got book bags on and all that now.
Yeah. Love that.
Boom. Yeah, it feels good to be green here today. Not really having I don't even care. The market has to convince me here. As always, green or not, the market's gotta convince. But like being green, it's really gotta convince.
Absolutely. If it's convincing, you got edge. If it's not convincing, there's no edge.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I'm not trying to give none of that back. I'm just trying to take.
Right. It does, right? It does feel good to be disciplined. Banty, yup.
It pays well too.
Pays well. And that to me is fun.
Well, that's our 4-hour bottom wick. So we got 4 minutes for the closure here. I think if we can close back above 61, then we got that inverted celery that we can take a look at here, right? With the 4-hour coming back up, 1 hour coming back up here. We did break the 1 hour lows, which is a little iffy there. But I think if we come back up and break the high now, then we got that pack runner and things should be smooth sailing on the way up. Lamone, it's game time. Yeah, especially for the dads out there, it's like your job really just begins when you get home. I think a lot of dads think, hey, my job's over. Now I can come home and relax. But man, when you got them young little kids running around, I mean, your job has just begun. So you really got to bring the energy, right? You can't let your kids down, especially when they've been looking forward to you coming home all day, mom or dad, really, right? Like, you got to bring that energy. You can't be slacking on the work at home, because although you got a 9 to 5, you still got a 5 to 9, and that's really the most important job.
That's facts, bro.
I know it can get tiring. I know it can get frustrating, but this is a friendly reminder. Your kids, man. Your kids gets me emotional. They need an energetic mom and dad. They need a positive mom and dad. They need a winning. They need an on fire mom and dad. One that just says, hey, we're winning. We're going to the next levels. They don't need a, stagnated dad and lazy, and you know what I mean? Got to be a good example.
You're right, bro. Yeah, exactly. Q, you have to be present. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Green from last night. Is it just me? Is it hard to take any setup when you're green? I like that. Yeah. So pretend you're always green, right? Just pretend that you're always green, and then you'll always look for the best traits, right? Isn't it cool how you're a little extra disciplined? Because you're like, I don't want to give that back, But imagine just like coming into the day every day, hey, I'm green. I don't want to give anything back here. I don't want to take any unnecessary losses here, and approach every single trade and every single day like that. And you will have a good, you know, quality trading business.
It's facts, bro. There's nothing wrong with that too. Calling it a day after you're green, you know, especially if you're new, you know, calling it a day after you're green and just watch, you know, and maybe over time you'll see like, okay, you know, I could have caught those moves, or, all right, you know, that was a nice move, part of my plan, you know, and you just stacking your green days. And then over time, as you watch the charts, you know, continue to play out per usual, as your plan says, you know, maybe execute another trade, you know, but only after you build momentum into, you know, stacking green days. But yeah, nothing wrong with calling it a day, actually, after, you know, after
Not at
being
all.
green. It's actually advised.
If you didn't have a dad, yeah, you got to find mentors, man. You know, you got to find mentorship. I think that's the biggest thing. Everyone thinks that they could do it on their own, and the school system as well has kind of forced us into this single, you know, working. Don't talk to each other, right? Don't get in groups. Don't talk to each other. They don't want us working together. So I think it's about finding like-minded people and getting a part of different networks, finding mentors, praying about that. You know, ask God to reveal, have someone show up in your life who can help you, mentor you, ask you questions. It all starts off in prayer, you know, and then as you pray, then, you know, you will begin to get those answers. But, you know, I fortunately for me, I really did live the rich dad, poor dad life, where I did have a, you know, I still do have a dad who kind of lived on the average side. He was like in the kind of like the B quadrant. You know, most of his life he was in the E quadrant, and then he went, not the B, but the S, whatever, the small business quadrant. So my dad was always working and thinking and operating on the left side of the cash flow quadrant. So for those of you guys that don't know what the cash flow quadrant is, it's you know, basically there's 4 ways that people make money, no matter what you do, right? So you're either some form of an employee, a small business owner, a big business owner, or an investor, right? Investor. So my dad, you know, and by the way, these are not only, so this is like your active stream of income where you actually have to trade your time for money. And then this is like passive, right? Where you kind of put together businesses or investments that work for you. So my dad and my whole family and everyone who I had access to really grew up and thought and acted like the left side of the quadrant. You know, they also thought money was a limited resource and you had to save it and you had to get discounts everywhere. And, you know, this isn't just a way to make money. It's a way of life. It's a way of thinking. So employees think a totally different way than investors think, right? So I had to seek out mentorship, and very fortunate for me, you know, my dad was over here, right? But I had met another gentleman over here who really just took me under his wing and kind of taught me about passive income, about big business, about being an investor, about thinking like a successful, wealthy individual. You know, all this is thought process. So I use my dad as examples for many things, some good, some bad. Some things I take from him, some things I say, you know, I would never do it that way. And those all served me, right? And then my rich dad over here has really taught me how to think, how to work, right? How to, you know, create a life, how to, you know, treat people, and really develop the winner mentality. So you just got to find people that are over here, right? If you've been over here and everyone you know is over here, none of them, and I don't care if it's your dad, your dad's dad, your dad's dad, your dad's dad, your this guy, none of these people will ever be able to teach you how to get here. You need to find someone there already, right? And have them guide you and pay them whatever they want. You know, if they want money, give it to them. It's that valuable, right? That you need to start operating, thinking, and making money on the right side of the quadrant with that passive income mentality. So that's what I would say in short is, like, really you got to find a mentor. You know, you got to find someone that thinks in terms of wealth, that has a good, you know, everything that you want, right? Good marriage, good finances, good spiritual life, all that.
Facts, bro.
Be a good fruit inspector. Don't pick fruit off of trees that you wouldn't want to eat, right? And keep in mind, I say this from time to time, but the ones who want the best for you don't always know the best for you. So I know you trust your dad, and he's been your dad your whole life, and you hang on every single word he says. But if he's divorced, I would never take marriage advice from him. If he's broke or broke in, I would never take financial advice from him, right? So I would seek other mentorship and other guidance of someone who's actually accomplished that. You love your dad, right? But he just cannot help you in that way. You know what my dad could have really helped me out? Driving a tractor trailer. That was one of his best skill sets. But I didn't want to drive a tractor trailer because I knew it didn't pay well. And I knew it was over here on the left side of the quadrant. And I know in order to live the life I wanted to, I had to be on that right side. So I had to seek out guidance, seek out mentorship. And fortunately for me, back in 2021, 2022, I came around Mr. V and caught his attention. And, luckily for me, he kind of took me under his wing and taught me all about money, taught me all about mindset, taught me all about wealth. And here I am today.
Beauty.
Your parents can't teach you what they don't have. Yeah. And then for those of you guys, the next generation is so huge here, right? So it's as you become wealthy, because I believe in you guys, I really do. I believe all you guys will be extremely wealthy no matter what you put your hand to. As long as you're developing the mentality and the mindset, I truly believe you'll do very well in life. And I really want to instill that in you because I want you to instill it into your kids, right? Into that next generation. And the cool part about that is you don't want to give your kids things you never had, which most average parents with good intentions, right, want to give their kids everything that they never had, right? So as an example, my mom, maybe she didn't get a lot of Christmas gifts growing up, right? So she wanted to give her kids good Christmas gifts, right? So the only issue is that would go on a credit card, and that would be money that she can't afford to pay off, right? So you not only do you put yourself in a hole, but it doesn't teach the kid anything, right? So what you want to do is you don't want to give your kids everything that you never had. You want to teach them everything you never knew. All right, that's a bar right there. You might have to rewind that. You don't want to give your kids everything that you never had. You want to teach them everything you never knew, right? Growing up. How many of you guys are starting to learn things on the live stream or learn things over the past year and you're like, damn, imagine if my parent taught me that at freaking 7 years old. How much life could be different right now. So don't spoil your kids. I would never spoil my kids. They're going to have to earn everything at the highest levels, but I'm going to teach them. I'm going to teach them how to think. I'm going to teach them everything that they need to do to set themselves up for a successful life, but I won't give it to them. I won't give it to them. So instill the mentality in them, man. That's going to be the greatest gift. Some of you guys have probably amazing parents who instilled great morals and ethics and work ethic and belief in you. So you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're probably extremely thankful that your parents did that for you when you were younger. So, we got to pay that price back, or, pay it forward.
That's facts.
I mean, look at Johnny Gems. He was my first science project. He turned out pretty good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. And I appreciate the mentorship. Best mentorship in the game by far.
Of course, brother.
Yeah.
Just pass it on.
All you gotta do is test it out. Yep. Yes, sir.
Goldie down. Goldie down.
Gold going down.
Yeah, of course. So that's what I had to do, man. So great question. I think at the end of it all, it's just really being hungry, seeking outside information, understanding that, not everyone grew up like us. I think when we're kids, we think everyone grows up just like us. But then, as we get older, we come to realize that's not the case. You know what I mean? So there are other people out there that you can seek advice for. This live stream being one of them. And, I'm sure there's some people around your neck of the woods too that are doing pretty well. And you just got to find them. You got to seek them.
Facts, bro.
Bear setup coming. Yeah, maybe. 4 hours still pretty bullish. The one daily starting to reject here though, but we still got a lot of room on the daily. I don't know if we'll get up here today, but yeah, that's fine. We can clean this whole range up tomorrow. We got CPI coming in tomorrow, so I'm feeling that 1 hour breakout here though. So I'm still give this a chance, an opportunity. I think the best sells for me are going to be below 49 here. You got all that clean range coming down on like a 1 hour chart, so that's pretty much all I'll be waiting on. Are you going to stick to one rule or learn a new thing? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, groomsmith. Yeah. So let me ask you this though. So let me ask you, did you instill that mentality in them from birth? Or did they kind of grow up in the world's ways and kind of like the ways you grew up, and then it was kind of like a, hey, I've been enlightened, I want to enlighten you. Let me ask you. Bears are now in. Yeah, anything below 49 looks good. Other than that, I'm just going to remain bullish. $15 inverted celery cooking. I really want to see I want to see this 30 reject hard, but there's 4 minutes left here, so. Let's take a look at NQ. Yeah, if we get a closure above, I like the longs on the Nasdaq here. Give me one sec.
Yeah, NQ longs, gold longs looking good. We need gold to stop bleeding though. See if we can get a 30 closure above. That'd be really nice on NQ. Hour looks really nice as well on NQ to continue moving up. Yeah, NQ may be the move here. 15 celery, 30-minute closure above. We'll see. 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes for a closure.
Yeah, we got questions. Candle's got answers.
Oh, sir.
This would be better anyway. Bearish closure first. Bear close, then bull close. And then entry. Yeah, so it's like, so yes, I feel you. So it wasn't what they were naturally. So imagine if you whispered, if the first voice they ever heard in their life was you whispering God's promises over them. And then you proceed to continue to program their mind from when they're a very, very, like, I'm talking about birth. right? They will very low likely they'll kind of put up that resistance because it's not something new. It's just life, right? A way of life to them at that point. So it's like the brain doesn't need to be rewired, if that makes sense, right? John's brain, it didn't have to be rewired that much. It did because he was already like 13 or 14, but you know, luckily he was only 13 or 14 years in. You know, if you try and rewire someone who's 18 years in, or who's 25 years in, or who's 45 years in, or 65 years, right? It's going to be a lot harder to rewire the programming in that mind because it's just so used to a certain way of life for so long that it's very difficult for us to receive that change. So, yeah, the earlier the better. You know, the earlier the better. The mind is like a computer. I'll never forget what to say when you talk to yourself. Dr. Chad Helmstetter. I watched him speak in an auditorium, and he taught me all about the mind. He whipped out this little keyboard, this little computer, and he said, I want you to think of this computer like the mind. And he started typing information into it, started talking about the floppy disk, the hardwire, like all that stuff, and that just absolutely literally blew my mind and set me on a path of really diving into the power of the subconscious mind. And it's been a 10-year journey, and I've been able to use the subconscious mind now to achieve a lot of my dreams and goals. And you know, I feel like I'm just tapping into the power of it. So financial literacy, yeah, we got to learn all that. What do you mean you don't save your money in the bank? No, we don't do that. You know, wait, what do you do? Like, I'd be going around asking my rich friends, yo, what are you guys doing with your money? Just let them talk. All right, how we do here, NQ? So we're closing bullish. You know, I've used the range over here to the left as a marking point, right? I don't know how valid. There's no range right here or anything, but you do have a lot of wick rejections. I would have liked to see like maybe a closure above, but let's see how the 30 looks. 30 looks pretty good. I think if you get a lower wick, this isn't that bad at all, right? 4 hours still very bullish. 1 hour's, you know, give or take. So 4 hour daily look good. 1 hour is a little sketchy. 30-minute looks great. 15 is all right. So probably not enough to get me in. And
30
then,
doesn't look bad. You don't like the 15-minute?
I mean, we never closed above.
Oh. Okay.
You know, I mean, like I said, I'm using that range over there. I don't know how valid that truly is. Because we don't. All we have here is all clean traffic, right? If we got rid of that, there's no range anywhere here. So I'm just using it to help me out because there's no range. But yeah, I mean the buys don't look bad here. Maybe a little lower wick and then a break of the previous highs could get me in there. But yeah, we'll see. A lot of wicks.
Yeah, I feel you. It is pretty wicky in that area.
Wiki. What up, Lights Fire? What up, Scott? Good to see y'all. What's
good, boys?
So Goldie got a 4 hour lower wick. We're respecting the previous lows as of right now. The 1 hour coming down here, which is tapping into its target. 30-minute as well has tapped into its target and has also closed above the range. The 15-minute candle still has a little bit of room to go, but I think if you get closures back above 53 here, then the longs may start to play out. Right? Maybe we could expect this 4 hour candle now to start making its way back up. It would be very nice to move down on this 15 without a top wick and then come back up and close right above it. And then we can take our longs coming back up towards 61 and then full TP up towards like 68. I think I like gold better than NQ here just because of those
same.
lots of rejection going on here. So yeah.
Same, bro, honestly.
By the way, this is all rejection too, you know, on the daily. It's the rejection right there.
Yeah. I like that resistance you said because that's above like the lower time frame wicks.
Yeah, true. So if you guys ever need help, I talked about it earlier, but if you ever need help and you need to like kind of try and protect yourself, but there's no range over here, you can always look left, right? So you can always look a little bit beyond the chart over here, and then you could spot out like a zone like this, where if you notice here, you got a lot of just overall rejections in this area, and you can just mark that off, and then you play that zone. Right? Who knows if that zone's going to be the valid one or not, but that's probably the best one in this situation to play, right? So
the gem right there.
Yeah. Look left
Major
to get
gem
right.
there.
We actually did close above. We closed above on the what are we looking at on the 15? Yeah, I guess I had this little level there. So we actually did close above, but still I want to see like definitely a lower wick on the candle. We broke the highs in the first like minute there. I think I'm much more interested in gold here.
Same kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. All we need is a new
Send up nice.
new support.
Yep.
Scotty C, how we feeling? How we feeling? How are we feeling, Scott? Give me
up, Scotty
one
boy?
word to describe how you're feeling here this lovely Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday, right? Monday, Tuesday.
Let's hear it.
Peace out, J Perp.
Peace, Jay.
J Perp.
Yeah, Scotty boy, good to see you, my man. Lights
He's
fire,
thinking.
good to see
He's
you, bro.
thinking. He's thinking wisely about that word. That word gets sent out into the universe, Scott.
Hey.
What does that say?
Oh.
Penanal? Penanal?
Let's get it, Scott.
Penaminal. Penaminal. Got it. I kid you not. At 22 years old, I did never once use the word phenomenal in my life. But I got assigned a mentor.
Hey, bro.
Super cool dude. I still pay attention to, or still talk with him today. And man, this dude said phenomenal. Every time he asked him how he was doing, I'm like, I like that word. That word sounds good. Let's start using
Yeah,
that.
bro. Can't believe that, Nick.
What, that I never used the word phenomenal up until 21?
Yeah.
I don't even think I heard the word phenomenal until 21. Maybe once or
Sad,
twice
bro.
in school, you know?
No, yeah, bro. I still remember the first lesson Nick ever taught me. It was separation. And it was we really were talking about baseball too. You remember you were like teaching me about separation, how if I like go hit on the tee and everyone else doesn't hit on the tee, then I'm going to get an advantage over them, you know, by the time the season starts, cuz I've been, you know, grinding in the off season working on my stuff. So the first lesson Nick ever taught me was on separation. That was big. That really you know, put a dent in my mind for sure.
Yeah. Put you on a it gave you
remember that, right?
it gave you a paradigm shift, which was
Yeah.
the goal.
Yeah. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Downstairs?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I remember like that moment, whatever moment you're thinking of, but I definitely remember
Yeah.
the topic of separation for sure.
Yeah.
Who's my mentor? Raja's my Raja is like not Raja. Raja mentored me with trading and this strategy, but I have a bit of a life mentor. His name is Mr. V. We'll keep it at Mr. V.
Yeah, facts, Rafi. Let's get Rafi. Doing some T work, Rafi. We'll have to do some of that.
I had John out on the tee at 5 a.m. middle school.
Yep.
While all the other kids were waking up, eating Pop-Tarts, 2 hours later, this kid was outside on the tee, had already finished up a long walk, stretch, took 100 cuts. Crazy. 100 swings already off the tee.
And what do you know, that next year I pretty much led the league in homers, me and this one other kid.
Shocking. Shocking.
Right? Shocking.
My guy went from never hitting a homer to leading the league in homers in
Right?
1 year.
Struggling baseball player to getting mentored by Nick to best player in the league.
And that's the thing. I really didn't mentor him in baseball, right? I mentored him
That's
in
my mind.
mindset and mentality. So that's why we talk about the mentality and the mindset here a lot. Right? I know you guys want to just hear trading terms. It's a little weird. Let's talk about trading terms for 3 hours. Like, let's not. Like, let's talk about life. Let's talk about your questions. Let's talk about getting you to the next level. And when the trade comes up, I'll show you how to do it. All right, and why to do it. But in the meantime, you know, with all the just space here, you know, this education, you guys may not know it now, but in 10 years, you're gonna look back on this time, whether you actually become a trader or not, you'll probably be successful in whatever you do in life because you've got this mentality now and you've got this philosophy.
So facts, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The mind will take you very far. If you get your mindset right, I mean, your skill sets that you're developing are just going to easily come to you because your mind is ready to receive them and ready to learn them.
Yeah.
You got to have an attitude of a student, you know, too. You got to be ready to learn mentally.
One of the big paradigm shifts for me happened when I heard Mr. V said your finances, right? Your money, your finances, whatever you want to call it, will never ever exceed your level of personal growth and development. That right there shifted everything for me because at that point, although I was focused on money, I knew I had to focus on the personal growth and development to get the money as a byproduct.
Yeah.
So I learned that in my early 20s and I made that shift, you know, and that shift really, you know, played a huge role in my life to where now I started to fall in love with process. I started falling in love with the journey. I didn't even care about the result. I knew that the result would come as a byproduct of the process of the personal growth and development and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people are trying to get the money, but you're trying to avoid the other things that we're talking about, failing to realize that the money is a byproduct of the things that you don't think are important, but they're really the most important pieces here. So
Facts, bro.
Your finances, your level of success, let's put it that way, will never exceed your level of personal growth and development. So when I heard that, I got to growing. You know, I got to reading, I got to listen to audios, I got to getting around the right people, I got to immerse myself in success, positive content, you know what I mean? I got to work. So, and then guess what?
Sorry.
A couple years down the road, who cares if it was a decade? Whatever. A decade down the road, guess what? The money just started coming to me. It just started rolling in, and it just wouldn't stop, right? And especially like from like 2022, 2023, and then from that point, money's been chasing me. I no longer chase it.
Amen, bro.
And all money is, by the way, is it's an exchange of energy. That's all it is, right? So I've followed the laws of money, and that's why the money will come to me at this point. Like I don't go anywhere to get money. I just sit right here. But you guys can learn all about that too in the webinar here on goal setting. There's some webinars, 2 hours worth of this type of content in the Clubhouse webinar section that I would highly recommend you take a look at.
Where though?
What makes it difficult for people to follow their own rules? They never have. So why would it be easy for them? Right? They come in, they get assigned 2 parents. You listen to everything those parents say. Then you get tossed off to daycare. Make sure you listen to the daycare teacher. So you got to listen to her, right? And then from daycare, you go to school. And now you got to listen to the teacher. So you can't make your own decisions, right? You got to listen to them. And then you leave high school, you go to college, you got to listen to the professor. And then you leave college, you go to work, you got to listen to the boss. So the reason it's so difficult for you to follow your own rules is because you've been governed by someone else's rules your entire life. So until you boom, wake up from that and understand that that is actual fact, you won't be able to renew the mind, right? Until you can actually see that and actually comprehend and become aware of what the heck is actually happening since your day of birth. Yeah, because you've basically been coded, right? Now we know we can rewrite code, and you're going to have to, because the code that you've been given is a standard code. They want workers, they want worker bees, right? They don't want you going out and creating your own nest or your own incredible economy, right? They want you working for them, the elite. So they're going to program you to fit the narrative, right, that they want it to fit. But it's not until you wake up. You know what I mean? And that's why we're here. We're here to wake you up. We've been woken up. You know, my mentor, anytime I ask my mentor, what can I possibly do to pay you back for the difference you've made in my life? He said, brother, just pay it forward. Just pay it forward. So that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm not really necessarily here to call trades out. We do a hell of a job here trading, but I'm here to wake y'all up and get you on a new philosophy and help you crack that paradigm and shift and, you know, make the moves that you are destined to make in life and not be someone else's pre-programmed robot, you know, for the next 80 years.
Facts, bro.
We're trying to help you glitch. That's right. We're just glitches, man. We're in a matrix.
Yep.
And we're glitching it.
Sir. Time to glitch.
Yep. But that is a great question. And it all comes down to reprogramming your mind. So how do you do that? How do you reprogram the mind? You got to you got to bring in new information, right? So you got to read good personal growth and development books, books on leadership, books on people skills, books on sales, books on the mindset, right? Read. I read over 100 books in a 15-month span back when I was 23 years old. That changed my entire life. That set me on a new level of consciousness, a new paradigm, all that. So reading for me is by far the number one recommendation, because that's what helped me really crack the code. And then podcast, audios, any sort of content that you can immerse in, right? That you can kind of play for the subconscious mind to listen to. So reading, audios, association, getting around big thinkers, right? Stop being a big fish in a small pond and be okay with being a small fish in a big pond, so you can grow, right? And you can become better based off of the people that you are around. So reading books, listening to good audios, hanging around good people, and then it comes down to the inner work, writing down your goals every day, right? Thinking about your goals, writing down self-talk. Self-talk is huge, right? Everything's going to kind of develop through repetition, right? The only way you rewire the brain or the mind is through repetition. That's it. The only reason you are the way you are and think the way you think, because you've done it a million times, right? So if you just start a new cycle of repetition, then it will begin to program your mind. And in the beginning, it's very difficult, right? So what about smoke? Like, let's use an example for smoking, right? So let's say you're a long time smoker. So anytime you get a thought that says, let me light up a cigarette or let me smoke, right? That thought can travel so easily, boom, right to your mind, to where you're going to go ahead and make a decision, right? Let's say that this is the decision-making area. It will flow through there so easy, because just like any path that has been walked over and over and over and over again, it makes it extremely easy, right, to walk through. But now you're like, I want to stop smoking, right? And now you're trying to pave a whole new neurological path now in your brain. And by the way, anytime you just walk on a path, is that path usually smooth, or is it you got to smooth it out, right? Through repetition, right? The more you walk on a path, the more easier it becomes, the more the path kind of shows itself, right? So in the beginning, that path is going to be very difficult. You're going to say, I want to smoke, and it's going to go, and you go, hold on, I'm quitting smoking. Well, I'm just going to do it this one time. So the thought can't make it through, right? So it goes back here. So this is where discipline comes in. This is where repetition comes in, where you got to stop walking this path and start to walk on this one. As hard as it is to get through the woods and the weeds and the sticks and the twigs and all that stuff, you got to keep walking this path, right? The renewal of the mind. And then again, what happens when you walk that path long enough and often enough? What tends to happen when thought enters into it now? Thought moves nicely through here, right? So now you become You shifted your paradigm. So now anytime you think of smoking, it's very difficult to go light it up, right? Because you're like, nah, I feel a lot better. I'll do this and that, right? So that path has been overgrown now because you haven't walked it in a while. And you go, and then you revert right to the good thought, right? Nope, I'm going to go this way. And it goes very easily. So this is how the mind works. This is how thought process works, how the renewal of like neurological pathways work. And it's about repetition. It's about repetition. So just think of renewing the mind like walking on a path.
Facts, bro.
Boom, boom, boom. Indoctrination, yep. Yep. There's a really good book called what's it called? Something Habits, I forget. Atomic Habits. What to Say When You Talk to Yourself is an excellent book. Probably my #1 recommended book on how to program the subconscious mind properly.
Great book, yeah. Great book. Love that one.
And by the way, that like smoking is just one that like everyone knows about, right? This could be over trading, over risking, right? Where normally you do this and you do it, it's so easy to, once you begin to say, nah, I'm not going to take that trade, and you do that over and over and you wait for the right setups, it becomes much easier on your decision making. A slight edge is another good one. Yep. Can't find it. Oh, I think they got it on Amazon. Hung by the Tongue is a great one. One of my other favorites is The Tongue, A Creative Force. Holy. You read that book, you might just become unstoppable. The Tongue, A Creative Force. Yeah. The Power of the Subconscious Mind was a great book as well. Yeah, I read that one by Joseph Murphy. Very big book. Very small letters. Not fun, but very, very informative. Yeah, there it is. I think mine is white. Yeah, mine's white and red. You got the blue and white one. Hey, who's that stud? Ah, there you go. Okay, Goldie. I think Goldie's about had it with us here today. So no bueno, nothing on gold outside of earlier today. We took the longs, took a good position there. NQ. Yeah, we've done nothing here. We're out of volume. It's really slowing up here. But we're just heating up here at TTE, man. Even though the volume's down in the markets, it's up in the chat. It's turned up in the chat. Can we check out charts for stream? Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, maybe we'll wrap this thing up in a few minutes. If you guys have any other questions around any of these type of topics, like I love talking about this stuff. So this is really the game-changing, life-changing stuff here. So you're more than welcome to ask. Let's see. Boom. Yo, TK, can we give TK a round of applause for all those amazing welcome messages that literally everyone in the clubhouse gets a welcome message, even if you come back into the clubhouse. Yeah, that's lit. Do I provide mentorship? Yeah, brother. Yep. Yes, sir. Peace out, J Coop. Have a great day, bro. I'll see you in Asian sesh. If I want to build my mindset, what do I need to do? Basically everything I just told you about. You know, you got to start reading. You got to start listening to good, successful people talk on YouTube audios or podcasts. You want to try and get around successful people as much as possible. That way you can become a little bit more like them, right? You want to start, self-talk, right? Speaking what you want, right? I think there's a tongue twister out there, but it's like, my people speak about what they do have that they don't want versus what they don't have that they do want or something. It's like really focus on what it is that you want out of life. Stop focusing on what you don't want, which is debt and bills and stress and anxiety, and start focus on things that you're grateful for, you're thankful for, you're excited about. You know, this is just a shift in mentality. I think I could explain it as simple as just got to start looking at life with the glass half full, you know, and not half empty. Got to switch your perspective on things. Become optimistic. Become a, optimistic person over a pessimistic person. And just start working it day by day. It takes time, man. It takes a long time, but time is all we got. I heard one lady say it strongly. She said, I think one of our main purposes here is to learn how to create. So when it comes to that, it's like create the best version of yourself, you know, tune into God, see where he's leading you and what he's calling you to do. And as long as he's calling you to do it, he'll provide the way. What time's volume in the Asian session? Anywhere from 8 to 10. So typically like 9 to 10 is where I see the most volume. 9 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I think that is her. Yeah, that sounds actually familiar. Yeah, she's like an older lady, right? I think so. Gold trolled us. Gold did troll us here in the NY sesh. Luckily, we got a piece of gold, man, earlier. Yeah, that'll be enough to be green here today. Oh yeah, charts for stream. That's what I knew I was doing something over here. I knew I was doing something. I had Discord up, but I couldn't remember what I had it up for. All right, let's take a look, brother. Let's take a look. So let's see here. We got we have 30-minute onion play. Okay, entry at the break of the current candle high. Okay, perfect. Let's see what the other picture looking like. So missed this position during London session today. Everything but the daily bias was bullish, had clean traffic to the left. Would you consider this an A+ setup if everything but the daily's bullish? This sometimes like a celery play on the daily. Yeah, let's go back to that other pick. Yeah, so this was pre-New York, right? Or was this London open? Yeah, I still like this trade. Yeah, this looks good to me. Yeah, nice support here. See how we broke the lows there, came back up, closed strong. TP sitting right there. That looks beautiful, man. Oh, I see is USD JPY. Okay. Yeah, I like this trade. This looks money to me. Everything was bullish except for the daily, right? But the daily, wait, no, I'm sorry. Everything was bullish, had clean traffic to the left. Yeah, it looks like a good trade to me, bro. Beautiful textbook position. The onion play. Good job. Good work, good work. How old was I when I got married? I was 28-ish. No, yeah, 28. Yep. I first started dating my wife when we were 20, I think I was 22. So my wife's been with me through the whole journey. My wife knows Mr. V. She knows Mrs. V all very well. All very, very well. She has taken a lot of mentorship from Mrs. V. Believe it or not, I know I talk about Mr. V a lot, but Mrs. V is something else too. I mean, just think about it. She hangs out with Mr. V every day. Yeah, for sure, Fred. Have a great day. I think I'm going to get up out of here too, gang. This was a good session. No trades here in this, or one trade or whatever on gold, but that was about it. And, yeah, that's probably going to be it. Good quality conversation, though. Yeah. Any last minute questions? Any last minute things I can help you guys out with? I think this was a very productive session here. And now it's time to eat for the rest of the day for me. Top 3 books. Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, and Outwitting the Devil. What's the meaning of life? Growth. Come on, hit me with some rapid fire, 1-word answers. I got y'all. I got you. Wife been with me since World War I? Yes. 2 + 2, 4. Stay blessed, brother? Okay. I'm messing with y'all. All right, let's get out of here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys are not in the clubhouse, man, get in the clubhouse. I beg you for your own future, right? Tap into the webinars, tap into the course, come hang out with us 3-4 times a day, session by session, and let's level the heck up, all right? All right, love y'all. Everyone else, I'll see you guys back here for tomorrow's New York session, and Clubby, I'll see you guys in Asian. Johnny Gems, you're the man, brother. You are the man. Oh, and he's muted. He's the muted man. Do you want to say peace out to the clubhouse here, or to the group here, John?
Yo. Yes, sir. Peace out, clubhouse. Catch you guys in Asian or London. Nick, I'll talk to you later. And see you later, YouTube. Have a good day, everyone.
Alrighty.
Peace, bro.
Alrighty. All right. Peace out, Johnny Gems. Chat, I'll holla at you guys tomorrow. See you guys later. Have a great day. Don't over risk. Don't over trade. And we'll see you guys mañana. Peace. Don't make it look too easy now. Don't make it look too easy. Chala, clubhouse. I'll holla at y'all, man. Have a great day. YouTube, love y'all. Be great. Later.
Run around, got a lot fools. And I still got the crown like a bad tooth. I am cool, I don't gotta act cool. Just follow where I lead you, pack mule. Blowing through the budget, the cash ain't nothing. The way I flip back, straight 10s from the judges. Yeah, I'm the too big, can't flush it. Probably gotta plunge it. Word is, this 10 years in the making. Word is, I'm bringing home the bacon. Word is, they don't see what it take to make it. But the word on the street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street side make it look easy. Easy, too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy. Make it look easy, but it's not easy. Whip got wings, yeah, I feel like Ron Weasley. Live like kings, so the money ain't measly. Hits like Sting, honey, you cannot beat me. Did it so casual, must be a natural. Heard him say, Yeah, it was gradual, but it's diagonal, going up. Me and the capital, super compatible. Got me like, Let's go. Gotta hop in my step, gotta bounce in my walk. Rubber bands from the check, it was more than I thought. Fresh press, squeaky clean, wide awake, what a dream. Hey there, hi, hello, what's the word, baby? Tell me you know, cause I know that the word is this 10 years in the making. Word is, I'm bringing home the bacon. Word is, they don't see what it take to make it. But the word on the street side make it look easy. I'm flattering, cool, way too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. I'm actually smooth, it's far too easy. Word on the street side make it look easy. Easy, too easy. Word on the street is I make it look easy. Too easy.
Dad, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, last time I checked, I'm still hot. Real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Bill Cobb, steady climbing to the hilltop.
Tip top, did it all off of a TikTok. Yeah, last time I checked, I still that guy that did it on my own. Stay independent. For you to get what I'm getting, it will probably take a village. Just give me a minute, turn a snippet to a hit, and now they all want a percentage, but I'm only paying visits. Big dog, hit 'em with thick thumbs and a quick draw. Pit boss, if they ain't playing, they getting kicked off. Jigsaw, I got 'em puzzled, got 'em a bit lost. It's a feeding frenzy, I put the beat in a pig trough. Got it on lock, got the password. Type of thing you couldn't manufacture. 10,000 hours, got it mastered. Can't you see the patterns? Last time I checked, I'm still hot, real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Bill Cos, steady climbing to the hilltop. Tip top, did it all off of a TikTok. Yeah, last time I checked, I was still hot, real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Bill Cos, steady climbing to the hilltop. Tip top, did it all off of a TikTok. Yeah, last time I checked, I'm still the man in my town, they had to crown me. What I used to make in a day, I make it hourly. Told Grand, send me a beat and make it bouncy. When they hear the tag, they know it's about to be big scene, catching us on the big screen. 16, bar slicker is pristine. Let's stream, everything that we spit clean. Big jeans, pockets are looking mint green. Pen game bulletproof. Look at all the levels that we took it to. Sticking out like a crooked tooth. Staring at the mirror like, look at you. Damn, I'm still hot, real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop. Bill Cos, steady climbing to the hilltop. Tip top, did it all off of a TikTok. Yeah, last time I checked, I was all I do is make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. When I'm sliding on the beat, they like, who is that? Coin flipper, way that I be turning heads. Side stage, stomach turning, I'm a nervous wreck. Till I heard the fans and the kick, pull the curtain back. Big wig, I don't need a hairpiece. Big dog, no leash, they know I'm a rare breed. Big shoes, can't fill them, this a rare feat. Big price, no sale, but I'm still carefree. Yeah, sweet 16s for the diabetics. Any era, I don't care, I'm the guy to get it. If it's 80-42, then I'm a violinist. Still the illest, go ahead, check the hieroglyphics. Yeah, said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can. Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two. Big hitter, baby, I'm in the 4th spot. Been in this position, ain't a short stop. Every song gold, my catalog up at Fort Knox. Thinking they can get in on this, baby, of course not. They don't even know what it takes, it's a lethal dose. Make it look easy, think they got it, they ain't even close. Play Nintendo in Japan, baby, we remote. Paling in comparison, they looking like they seen a ghost. Yeah, counting it. Went exactly how we plotted, there was not a twist. Saw exactly what we wanted and we got it ish. That's why we scratching off everything that's on the list. This is not a bit. Said it's impossible, huh? It's impossible, huh? Oh man, you know if anyone can, I can. Make fire, I'm a caveman. Never dropped the ball, got great hands. I was younger, it was get rich or die trying. Now I'm grown, still rolling with the same plans. Had other plans, I made two. Not one of them was struggle or just make do. Never satisfied and still the same dude. So when I made my first million, had to make two.